Yep.
All right. Okay. There we go. Say something smart.
Blah.
All right. It seems to be working. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Finally, we got everybody here. We had some weeks now with sicknesses and temporary insanity and stuff like that. But now we're back, and it's time for session 2. So, guys, what happened last time? Do you guys remember?
We were packing up and like arranging people who were like who's going to be riding in what position for the caravan as we traveled through the dangerous woods and plains and everything and stuff. And I think I managed to persuade Magne to not bring one of his thralls to sacrifice at the thing. Because Mane is a bit squeamish about all that human sacrifice stuff, since he's not from around here and not used to the religion at all. And yeah, that went fairly well. Probably they might have to find they're gonna have to find a substitution for the sacrifice.
Right.
Some big thing, some bear or an elk, maybe I think he said, or some big animal will need. Hopefully we'll run into something like that.
Right. So yeah, like it would have to be something that you hunt for, that you have like actually fought to get, right? Because that's the way of this land, right? That you're fighting for your survival, and you're fighting for your place in the land and in the family and stuff. So of course, sacrificing a thrall is the highest honor, right? Because that's one of the most expensive things you can have in your family or in your house. But yeah, you did manage to talk him out of it. You and Solvig, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, because you guys are weird and not from this land, and you think it's weird to sacrifice thralls. It's fine to have them, right? To have them as your servants and stuff, but not to sacrifice.
But really?
Yeah, I mean, in this world, in this fantasy world, it's a quite dark and not even really medieval times, but it's a very, very primitive age, and so people aren't enlightened at all, and they keep thralls all over. Like I don't know if dwarves and elves keep thralls.
Don't dwarves keep like the goblins?
Maybe I've never actually read anything really detailed about the dwarves, but it would surprise me if elves kept thralls, though. That would really surprise
I'm
me.
saying, in my mind, what I've decided anyway is that elves don't keep thralls. They don't have thralls. Dwarves, like Corbly said, the dwarves do have like goblins and stuff like that, but not humans or other dwarves. Like if a dwarf commits a crime, they get exiled. The worse the crime, the further away from their home they get exiled. Yeah, that's what I've been deciding about this. But like in the Stormlands where you guys are, people use thralls and they are used like an animal, like a property. And that's kind of the point I wanted to make last session. And it's actually something I kind of came up with in the spur of the moment. That this would be something that could maybe put you guys on your feet a little bit and get you to realize what this world that you're playing in actually is, right? And I think it was quite successful because you reacted like I wanted you guys to react.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
angry.
You played us as a fiddle.
Right, I did, and I'm not sad about it.
All the emotions.
Yeah.
But yeah, but also getting back on topic, some of us were trying to convince the kids to like be brave, fight if we end up in trouble, and some of us were like, no, don't fight, stay in the wagon, don't fight, don't make yourself a target, just keep safe because you are not good fighters, you are kids.
Right.
Why are you encouraging them to kill themselves? Please
right,
stop.
they were being kids and wanted to join you guys in the herd and just play around, and they don't really know the seriousness of this. But at the same time, it's not really your responsibility to teach them about this either, right? It's their father's responsibility, I would say.
Oh, that's a great cop out.
Yeah.
Not my responsibility.
So if they all die, you don't have to be sad.
If they all die, Magne might think we are a bad here, then not pay us. But if he here's the thing, like he's being a bad parent because he's encouraging the children's bad behavior, and that's gonna come out of our hides if the kids get hurt, because he's gonna just assume that we are bad here.
Oh, fuck.
And
What
now we
happened?
lost someone.
I'll be right
We
back.
lost
One second.
Ryan.
Oh, don't do that! Don't turn off your
Dad
camera
just got
because
a phone call from
everything.
my dad.
Oh, it's okay because everything will be scrambled.
One sec.
It's okay.
Just put something in front of the camera.
Yeah. Or turn.
Am I like split in two or something because of the windows?
Yes. Look at the stream. My neck is
I
like
can't.
in so weak.
My computer is so bad. I can't open two things at once. So
You can use
like
your
I
phone.
can't. Maybe.
But yeah, what happened is like I can see my guitar where my face should be. I can see the top of Loki's head where Corbly should be. I can see I can kind of see. I can see Pixie now. That where Bart Gear should be. I see my throat and my man boobs where Sulvik should be, and it's great. Okay, nice. Oh, that's actually very good.
Did everything scramble backwards together in one piece?
Actually, people went back to where they belong.
That's good.
Because the thing is that the last one that enters the conversation will be placed in the bottom right, and I think the last one that entered last time was Ryan as well.
Yeah. And so when he came back,
So
everything
Ryan,
shuffled.
Yeah.
you are officially allowed to turn off your camera and turn it on again, as long as nobody else does.
Oops! I really need to do this.
Oh, I need to
Sorry.
turn off. Yeah, technical difficulties.
I mean, as much as I would have kept the camera on, I don't think you want to see my inner ear.
Well, don't say. I mean, maybe we are interested in that kind of stuff, you know.
Okay, I don't want you to see my inner ear.
Right,
Oh.
Fair enough.
A phrase.
So yeah, you managed to talk Magna out of sacrificing a thrall. You learned a little bit about the world. Very happy about that. And you decided to move out, and you decided a formation for your. You have a cart, you have 3 horses, and Magna on a horse, right? And you decided to put Magna and Vig in the front. You have Bodgir in the back, and then the rest are on the wagon, right?
Yeah.
So that's perfect. And I think you managed to arrive at Yuka's hearth.
Yeah, we did, and there was like some minor like celebration or something maybe, or like there was some dinner we were having like for something. Yeah, but we were going to leave early next morning.
I think so.
Yeah,
And
there was
we
a
also
big
decided to
deal.
take like the old road. We decided to take the old road, which is slightly like older and also faster, but like more
Yeah.
dangerous or something.
Way
because-
more dangerous.
Right. Well, you haven't started going on the old road yet.
Yeah,
You're
but
still
we were
at,
talking about it, and we're like,
yeah.
we're gonna take the risk.
Right. And actually, I'll link you guys to the map if you haven't put that up yet. Maybe you still have the link.
But you have, don't you have one in Roll20?
Nope, not in this Roll20. It's another one. And this map must better. Let's see here.
Yeah, open that thing as well.
I just need
A
to find it.
Kaltian son was being a bitch and claiming a kill that he did not make.
Ah, you
Right.
caught on to that.
What? Kraltian what? Oh yeah,
Kaltian's
yeah.
son was being a bitch and
Oh, it wasn't Kraltian. It was Kraltian's son.
Yeah, right. The big brat boy
Yeah.
man.
grouping women and pretending he killed bandits that we killed. You know, the one that nearly destroyed you
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Oh, good memories, good times.
I'll
Is
send
it-
it in the chat here in Zoom. There's a link. I'll also send it in the Twitch chat if somebody want to join. And take a look. Here's the map. And I think no, maybe I didn't. Let's make a new window capture. And then not zoom. Instead, we want to take a look at this. Oh yeah. All right. Cool.
So we were at Yuka's hearth.
Right now you're at Yuka's hearth.
And then we went where? North, south?
We haven't went anywhere.
You haven't gone anywhere yet.
Okay, and Magne Bite's farm. It was... Where was it?
Right. Yeah, you're on Magnus Bite's farm, but you guys...
Oh, Barefield. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you started in Barefield farm.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's see. Let's put this on this side, maybe. Okay, that's interesting. Just trying to show it to people on stream here as well.
And the thing is where?
The thing is the Gradle pin, closer to Grim Village, at the convergence of two roads there. Here.
Oh yeah, the thing. Okay, got it.
Right, so you guys are up here right now at Yugath Hearth. Kralkan Beat already left and went to the thing together with Magnus' original Hild and with the rest of the people living around here. Like you passed shield-jarl Einbjörn Lodabrot's farm, and it looked quite empty, right? He already left, and so on. So it's just one of Kraltjan's middle sons, Utrygg, that's left here. He's around 26, a little bit older than you guys, but big red hair and in braids, and a lot of pretty thrall girls taking care of him, it seems. So you kind of just came there and saw him on his father's throne in the longhouse, and he greeted you guys and told you about how he killed this outlaw with a hair lip, and he's just enjoying himself. He invited you to stay the night, and it fits pretty well because it's starting to get late.
And I would like to slap him, but it's not a good idea, so I'm not gonna do it.
All right. So let's just continue from there. So you're in Kraltjan's longhouse. You spent a lot of nights sleeping in here when you worked at his farm. This is where the first adventure started. And you recognize all of the thralls and everything, but it's quite empty on the farm right now. Most of the people have gone for the thing. All of the brothers and sisters, kids of Kraltjan. And it's just the thralls left here. You do see there are some thralls missing, and they've probably been going with them to the thing. And Utrygg just told you the story and told you to, of course, stay here for the night. And you guys just get ready to eat something in the longhouse. So is there something specific you want to do at this night, or talk with anybody, or what you
Steal another branch. Steal another branch. No.
I mean, you haven't even done anything with the first branch yet.
I know.
Like, at least use that one.
Yeah. About that branch, I'm just curious. What's your plan for actually hiding it? And
I hide it in my tent with all the tent sticks.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's specifically going to be looking for a branch. I wouldn't worry about
a branch that has been recently cut from the very important tree, which I'm sure the head
Do
of
any
the
of us
house
even know about it?
I'm just looking for trouble. I just hope that
I get in trouble. You shit.
I just hope that people will be
careful.
No, yeah, but, I'm looking for realism. I'm looking for one of our characters in the group stole something very important from a very important person. What are the consequences of this? I am waiting for the other shoe to drop. I am being paranoid as fuck.
Yeah, but this was ages ago.
Yeah, a couple of days.
10 days ago or so. 7 days
ago.
And
the person who would care has left.
Plenty of time for people to notice the missing branch.
Yeah, but they're not here.
I don't think there's someone who's like, there's 72 branches on the... Hang on, there's only 71.
You wouldn't need to count all the branches. You would just need to be able to oh wait, someone oh wait, here's a stump that wasn't there before, because I know I specifically counted all the stumps on this tree that because I value this tree a lot, and I won't allow anyone to just saw off all of the branches. So here's a new stump. That means someone has recently sawed off a branch, which I did not give permission for. Who has been here very much recently? That party that was like cleaning and helping on the farm, and this branch stump here disappeared. Like it happened just as they left. Suspicious. One of them did it. I better. I'm leaving for the thing.
I think you're, taking this further than you need to.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I am waiting for the other shoe to drop.
I mean, we don't even know about it.
Yeah.
So stop metagaming.
I'm not metagaming. I'm encouraging the GM to screw us over. That is what's happening.
Stop giving them ideas.
I want to go to the bathroom. And inside the stall, I assume they have an outhouse, or do they just go in the woods?
They have an outhouse. It's like a
I'm gonna close the door and I'm gonna cast some magic, doing the hand gestures. So I'm not seeing because I'm in the bathroom.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast vision/blindness on myself.
Blindness on yourself. Okay.
Vision on myself. I'm gonna.
Okay. I'm like,
I'm gonna use it before we go on the journey, so I can actually act useful.
But we're about to go to sleep.
Yeah, no, but its duration is 1 week, so it's okay.
I don't know. I mean, that extra 8 hours, man. You know.
That extra 8 hours. You mean when I get all my spell points back?
It's better to cast this when you're going to sleep than early in the morning. Yes.
So what does it do exactly?
Oh, it gives me plus. I'm gonna make it so it gives me +10 on all vision-based checks.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I can do.
Hey, that's pretty nice.
That's crazy elven vision,
and I hope I don't explode.
But do we have wisdom in this game? You mean like psyche?
He's saying vision.
Vision.
Oh, vision. Oh, okay.
With your eyes.
Perception.
The enchanted receive +10 on all situation rolls and skill rolls where vision is considered a significant factor for success.
Okay.
How was I able? How didn't you decipher the accent?
Yeah, since it's my accent. Right?
Leave me alone.
I can't understand what they are saying.
Smorgasbord. I don't know. That's just the word in my head.
And IKEA.
I have to actually open my sheet. I accidentally closed it. Okay. So I have not that good chance of succeeding. But that's okay. That's okay.
You just try again.
I can actually just try again because it's not that expensive.
Here comes.
Yeah, it's a 3, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, nice.
It's okay.
Remember, you can use your character sheets in the game as well in the Roll20.
Oh right.
Yeah, but then takes longer.
Yeah, you do whatever you want. It looks nice anyway. Okay, so how does it look when you do this, and how does it affect your eyes and stuff?
I don't think it actually affects them more. I think they're gonna be when a cat is in the dark, you can see the shine. I think that's the effect for that is visible.
Mm-hmm.
And
now you do all the hand gestures.
I used to do hand gestures. Okay.
Like this, okay.
Yeah. And I just force the Vittner into my eyes.
So when you do this and the effect takes effect, your eyes kind of very they shine really strongly for a second, and then the shine kind of goes back into your eyes, and you feel that you have a very sharp vision suddenly. And as you finish the spell, you hear a massive screech from somewhere, a man is screeching in pain.
The negations should be that someone is blind now.
So where are you guys, the rest of you?
We were looking at Sword last time we did something with I don't remember who.
Yeah, we translated the runes on
the sword.
on
right?
Magne Bite's sword, and like I wrote down the translation on a piece of paper, and he put the piece of paper on his sword
Yeah.
to cover up the dwarven runes.
And I kept insulting him.
That was in Magne Bite's Barefield farm though. That was that was like
Sorry.
1.5
Oh,
days
that
ago.
was a while ago. Then,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. No.
You're in...
Magne's probably asleep by now.
So you're sleeping on one of the benches in the longhouse.
Yeah.
While Uhtred Bite is entertaining Magne and the rest of you guys, if you're still there.
We are no. Okay, no, never mind. I was thinking about the character that left for the thing.
And the bodyguard.
Well, I've repaired all my stuff. My stuff's all fixed,
Right,
so
you
I
did
can't.
that on Barefield.
I already did that. So I guess I'll offer to fix anyone in the party's stuff while I'm here. You know, still got time.
Yeah, does anybody need some repairing?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Maybe my armor needs some repairing. Not sure.
I don't. I'm fine.
I don't.
Yeah, you guys just take it with your body. I can't repair that.
We take it with your bodies.
Yeah.
Well,
Me.
now, but before, you got very hurt.
Yes. And I've learned my lesson.
My chain
Have you?
is at 47. I don't know how many points you can repair.
I mean,
I could
depends
need the duration too.
how long I need to do it for.
You can repair 4 points per 1 hour, right?
2 per hour, I think.
You have level 2 in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2 points per level.
I thought it was just your number per level.
Wow.
I can just open that.
You can take a look if you want. I have not checked.
I only say that because it was 2 last time.
Was it though? Let's take a look in the book. Actually, I have books. I have books too. I can take a look in the book. Let's do that. Oh, look at this beautiful picture. This is what they're gonna do with the thralls.
It is 2 per level.
This is what they're gonna do with the thralls.
So then
The-
you
the
have
thing.
armor in a single hour.
I'm going to sacrifice.
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Wait.
then please do so.
So how much was it? You said?
It is 2 per level.
Yeah. So you see, I know everything, even though I don't know it.
Okay.
I'm great. All right. So yeah, try it, man. See if it works.
Try it. You break the armor. No.
Again. You break the armor and a piece of the armor flies off and hits Magne in the chest for 21 damage. Of sneaking,
Oh no, not
sneaking
again.
damage.
That'd be some high tension armor.
Damn, you are pretty good at repairing armor, huh? So, I mean, you find your... like, when you were working on this farm, you were doing mostly this kind of stuff. So you had a little area with a little anvil and stuff. And you kind of buff it out, and Sylvik's armor is back to full health.
Hey.
So Magne and Magne Bite and these guys, Magne, you wake up suddenly because somebody in the room that you're sleeping in is screeching their lungs out.
What's happening? What's happening? And I sit up and I look around.
You see Magne is holding the shoulders of Uhtred Bite, and Uhtred Bite is holding his eyes, and like kind of taking out one hand like this and trying to see where the fuck he is, and it seems like he's screaming like, "I can't see! I can't see!"
Nice.
And as his hands are removed from his eyes, you see that his eyes are totally black. And Magne, when he sees this, kind of like takes a step back in shock, and he draws his dagger. So what do you do?
Oh my god! What happened? What happened? I like stumble up and like what happened? Did someone what?
Roll a Wittner roll.
A Wittner roll. Roll a Wittner roll. I will roll a Wittner. I will roll, 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 roll. I will roll, 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 roll,
Where did this come from?
We wait for you to.
I'm sorry.
Man.
I'm sorry. I'm still learning the layout of the character sheet in the Roll20.
That's okay.
Here, just a clear.
Yeah, without any negative modifiers or anything.
Yeah. Like just the pure Vintner craft, or should I add something like my Vintner focus, my Vintner shaping?
You can add like how you usually roll to roll magic.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Ooh,
Cool. So
you're never gonna fail that.
as you focus on Utrygg Bite's face and his black eyes, you notice that the Vintner that is usually flowing through everybody's body in different strength are totally gone from his eyes. He doesn't have any Vintner left in his eyes at this point. It seems to be slowly coming back though. And Magne Bite, he looks super scared with his dagger in his eyes, and he says, "A demon! It's a demon!" And he launches on Utrygg Bite.
No, Magne, please stop! I scream. Just, it's not a demon.
They both fall down in a pile on the floor at this point.
Why do you stop him? Let him kill the son.
You're not there.
Utrygg managed to grab onto Magne's arms and somehow managed to get the dagger away from him. And he's saying, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I can't see." So you have a chance to do something here, Mane, if you want to.
Master Magne, please, your son is not a your nephew is not a demon. This is he's just, there's something else that happened. He's not a demon. He's not possessed. I'm trying to be calming.
He doesn't. They don't seem to hear you at all.
May I do something?
I fucked up.
They're about like 5 meters away from you on the other side of the fire pit.
Yeah. I have no idea what to do. Like,
just let it happen.
At this point, bodyguard.
I'm just screaming at them. Stop!
Bodyguard come rushing through the main doors of the longhouse at this point. Hearing, and he's holding the Sulvik's chainmail. And
so I'm with him then.
I don't know, where are you?
Well, I don't know. I would be sleeping. Maybe I gave my chainmail and I was just staying with Bodyguard while he was working. I don't know. Oh
yeah, maybe you come together then. So both of you are rushing through the door. Been hearing this screeching and the sound of fighting from the inside here, and you guys see Utrygg and Magne are struggling with a dagger on the floor, and as you look a little bit closer, you see that Utrygg's eyes are totally black.
Can I roll to hide in the shadows? I would like to pinch them sneakily.
Sure. Roll hide in the shadows.
And while he does that, I'll just rush up and try and, I don't know, separate them.
All right.
I'll help Odger like as much as I'm able to help, but I can't help much. But I'm like, stop, and like shaking on a shoulder, like trying to pull back. Stop.
Right.
Stop.
So you're trying to grab onto Magnagus and take him off.
Have to get him away from Utrygg.
So roll a pure wrestling check then. And Bodyguard can roll, but Mane, what's your strength?
My strength, I think it's -2.
Okay. Well, Mane, you roll first and see if you manage to help Bodyguard or not. And if you manage to help, Bodyguard will get a +2 on his roll.
Well, okay, yeah. This should be fighting, just a pure brawling. I have nothing in that.
So it's just your base fighting now.
Okay, yeah, that should be right. But since I have fighter, that should be.
There's no roll on the fighter bit. Just have to type it.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. But has
Right,
some battle
right.
experience, which should add a bit, and fighter, which should add a bit, even though it makes
Right, so it's 3 points, and it's 1 point for a battle experience per level, and then it's 2 points per level of fighter.
Yeah. I have a 4 base of fighting, +1 for battle experience, and +2 fighters. So 7. I have 7 combat points essentially.
Yeah, so that's what you can use.
Okay, just that. Okay. And I'll just slash.
And then it's what,
1
like 3 points per wrestling point?
Yeah, but we're not going to bother with that right now.
less than 7.
No.
Yeah, because I'm not seriously trying to wrestle them in any real combat sense. It's just 19.
Yeah, so Bodgear can just roll a normal wrestling roll then.
Okay, so that'll be...
Did we have time to reach them then? Can I act now that I'm in the shadows?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I would try to do something, but I'd like to ask you if that's possible before trying it.
Sure.
So my intent is to go sneakily into the fight, and when no one's looking, grab a dagger, either Magnus one if he left it, or mine, and stab Ulrich. And then try to do that in the confusion of the fight so that we wouldn't know who struck the blow, basically.
Well, I'm about to roll my wrestling roll.
Yeah, let's. Bodgear is gonna roll first, and then we can do your thing, Sylvik.
I fail.
All right, so Bodgear and Man are desperately trying to get Magne off. Utrig is like half the size of Magne. Magne is a big guy.
So Magne has a dagger, right?
Yeah, he has a dagger in his hand. So you want to take his dagger out of his hand, or you want to use your own?
Well, I would like for him to strike the blow. Would that be possible to use my sneak attack roll to push him, like, so that he can hit or something?
Utrig is holding on to Magne's arm where the dagger is, so you would have to push everything into him, and that would be weird.
Accidentally fall on him.
And I can't hit Ulrich somewhere where it hurts, so that he wouldn't be able to defend himself anymore for a few seconds.
Maybe we should figure out how you guys actually react to seeing these black eyes. How superstitious are you guys? Like, do you know that this is magic or not? I mean,
I haven't even seen that bit yet.
Right. I mean, Bodgeir and Sylvik have no idea about magic, really. So how would you actually react? Maybe you even think that he is a demon.
Well, is it something famous? Because my Sylvik's knowledge of magic would be like stories and stuff like that. So if it's something famous, if there is a saga about someone with black eyes, he would know. But otherwise,
you can. I guess you can roll a magic roll, but you don't really have anything. You have like level 1 in it.
It'd be a lore and legends, basically. That's what he's...
if you want to roll and see if it's a demon, you can do a race knowledge check, right?
I have nothing.
Written lore.
So the best that I have is 4 in knowledge and then 5 in language and culture. So
I guess it would be spirit lore, maybe, or monster. Which one should it be for demons?
It doesn't matter. I have neither of those. It will be knowledge.
Well, if you want to roll it, do a knowledge roll, like a race knowledge spirits, and see if you can manage.
That was the wrong dice.
Oh yeah, 1d10. Yeah, that's a little bit too easy.
You said spirits, right?
Yeah.
Didn't have said anything.
Oh, shame.
Is that your knowledge?
So close, guys.
You have 1 in knowledge.
I have nothing. I have just the base skills and knowledge.
Okay, you're extremely knowledgeable. You have no idea. I mean, to you guys, especially to you, Bodgeir, if somebody has black eyes, there must be a demon, right? In Viran, you're not as superstitious, so you don't really know about it. Bodgeir, you probably think that he's a demon, but at the same time, maybe not killing Ulrich would be a good start.
It's like, I don't know.
And try to get the demon out,
Well, I do want to kill him.
Okay, well, You do an attack roll then.
So,
Oh.
all right, my intention is to
Are we about
frame
to play Cluedo?
Magne, right? I don't want to attack him myself. I want Magne to kill him.
Okay, you want to make it look like Magnus killing him.
Yes. Is that
Just
something?
break his arm that's holding the knife, and then it'll be broken, and then he'll get stabbed. And no one's going to check for the broken arm.
Well,
He'll be
What?
stabbed.
No, I don't want to break the arm of the one with the dagger. The one with the dagger, I want him to
No, the other guy's holding his arm, like, so.
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay.
So you
yeah,
got to
I'll do
break
that.
this one, and then he'll get stabbed.
Well, I can just attack his arm to disturb him, basically, right? I don't know if I can break him in one single hit, but I can bash him in the arm.
If you want to make it look like Magne is like if you could try to make it look like you're pulling back, but actually push the arm with the dagger down to kill Uhtred.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I want to do.
I mean, the problem.
Or you could pull his arm back and use it as what do you call it? Like a spring. Like you pull it back and he's pressing and you release and.
Wouldn't that be suspicious?
I don't know. You decide what to do.
It would be
There's
you
so
trying
much
to pull
chaos.
back and just oops.
People trying to pull him apart.
Yeah, you can pretend to try to pull a Magna off and then you lose your grip.
Yeah.
Well, I think that hitting the boy would make more sense because I could attack the arm like I didn't want to kill him, and then Magne does kill him.
I mean,
Okay.
I think we could just we could argue about the semantics around all of this, but what is the intention? What is the goal that you want to achieve?
I want Magne to kill the boy.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah,
what I-
just tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what you do, and then we'll see.
Okay, so I want to. So from the shadows,
Mm-hmm.
I want to appear on the side of the boy and hit him where he's holding back Magne, as if I was helping Magne, which I am actually helping Magne.
Okay, so do a attack roll. And since you're in the shadows, you get a +10 on your roll if you want.
Oh,
to.
so I do my full attack round.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, all right, but so I
Because
would
they
like to
did,
hit.
they didn't notice you.
I
So
would hit like with the butt of.
One
my
obviously didn't.
spear.
It's blind.
You
Okay,
got
so
it.
can I hit with the butt of the spear, like not use the blade, but the butt?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
maybe
sure.
break the arm then.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So then I have so many points. Wait, no, my sheet's there.
You should probably save this spell for combat situations.
But
And
what if,
make
what if
me
we go
blind?
blind?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll just make the enemies blind. I can make
Oh,
people
yeah, it's
see
the other
less or see more.
And then does someone else become better at seeing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, though, really, the negation, the anti-form, the it should be more dispersed. Really, most of the cases, it's very
Yeah.
unfortunate when all of the power gets focused into someone else that way. So, like,
It's-
this is an unfortunate event.
Just random chance. Who knows
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
happen,
GM, random chance. Sure.
That's
Yeah,
it.
no idea.
Most things are
Time
fudged.
you
Fine.
abusing the victor.
So just
I mean, yeah, you
And I'll take
are a
the
Morkvitner. Yeah, you are a Morkvitner.
Oh,
Morkvitalia. So, like, oh, and now we have
Typho
another
von
person.
Felix. You should really just take
Now we
the
have
link.
another person. Someone else has entered the Zoom.
Von Felix.
Who the hell is this?
Yeah, you should take the Zoom link out of Discord, and
Yeah.
because
I'm
some
trying-
people just can't control themselves.
But who is it? Who is this?
Not a clue.
They left.
I removed them.
Okay.
Where's my simple attack?
But why would they join when it says group 2?
Because
they have
everyone likes joining, apparently, for us.
Working. So 1, and then I have a free open roll since it's a sneak attack. So that would be my sneak attack, right? Oh no, I shouldn't add +4 2 times. It should be a single time. So it's
So it's
9
9.
total. It's a 9, and then I will use my CPs. Which I have 21, so I will do like 15 and 5. So roll hit under 15. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Of course, that one hits.
It's weird. And then damage, which would be this guy. 8 plus 4, so it doesn't actually do the open roll.
It should do. It should do. But it's just a dagger, right? So it needs to be on a 10.
No, it's my the butt of my spear.
Let me take a look. It should do the open roll if I didn't forget to put it up there. Let's see.
Well, I'll just roll the additional damage anyway.
Character sheet.
Yeah, 15 damage. Great.
I mean, it landed on a 5, which shouldn't give you an additional open roll.
What? 5? It says 8.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it would explode if it got above 8, but it only got a 5 plus 4 for your strength. So yeah, it only does 9 damage.
So it was correct.
I read that wrong. You're correct. Yeah.
I am very good at making stuff.
The smarts.
I have the smarts.
9 plus 9, that's 18 damage. With the butt of the spear to the arm, and I hope I break his arm.
And you're sneakily attacking him with your spear?
Yeah, that's his thing, remember?
That's his sneaky thing.
He decided they do more damage, so you went into two-handed weapons.
So yeah, you managed to hit his arm with the butt of your spear, and he loses his grip of Magne's arm, and just as this happens, his eyes, kind of the darkness in his eyes are kind of dissipating, and his normal eyes comes back as the dagger of Magne's dagger is pushed down into his chest.
Oh, so it is. Yay.
In the meantime, I'm just using the toilet since I'm there.
There anyway.
He's just shitting.
Okay.
Hey, stop screaming! I'm shitting here. I'm taking a dump.
As Magne sees his eyes back to normal, his own eyes grows wide in shock again, and he grabs Ulrich. What have I done? He says, and
what have you done?
He takes out the dagger and throws it away, and presses his hands against the open wound, and he looks around. We need somebody with knowledge of healing.
And I am basically still trying to pull on his shoulder. Let me see. I can help. I have no.
What's your first aid level?
My first aid level. I'll tell you my first aid level. Just let me.
So about first aid, I realized that we've been using it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not supposed to heal everything that happened in the last 10 minutes. It's just that it heals a certain amount of points, or so, right? So let's just take a look at the health thing again.
Magic polka, no, wait, that takes 10 minutes. Damn it. He's gonna survive 10 minutes, there's no problem.
I wish I had poison.
You were gonna poison someone's dagger and then sneakily stab them with a spear?
Of the butt of the spear.
I don't know yet how we do this.
Any injury that is tended to immediately within 10 minutes heals 1 body point per level of speciality, as long as the injury being treated actually caused damage to body points.
Right, so that's how it works.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Dagger to the chest actually causes 1 point damage. I think we're cool.
So it's 2 per level. So never mind. I can't do it.
I don't know how we actually ever thought that it would heal everything. What did
because you said it did.
Yeah.
I read in the rule book about healing that if a wound is tended to with first aid, and like care and like all the damage from that wound disappears.
Yeah, it was Mane's fault.
Maybe.
I'm just.
The healer must spend at least 2 hours per attempt to care for their patient. Successful skill roll means the patient heals twice as fast.
And that's long time care, but like emergency right now, some quick heal up.
Yeah,
I think we mixed those up a little bit, and then
it might have been that before. Yeah. It says now.
Don't worry about it. Now we know anyway. Try a roll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Does he look like does Uhtred look like he's like actually dying right now? Like, is he on death's door, or does he look?
He's bleeding quite heavily.
Okay. Fine.
Oh God.
I'm gonna ruffle through my bags for my first aid kit and my healing kit, and just make a roll.
Do it.
Yeah.
Can I assist?
So many
Make it worse.
I will be happily accept any. My highest thing for this is actually 10.
Yeah,
Can I help and mess it up?
I'll assist with my amazing score.
Of what?
Oh, you actually made it.
Jesus.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
great.
You get a +2 on your roll then, Mana.
Ah, nice. So it's actually first aid nursing. It should be modifiers 2. Yes.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
You'd have made it anyway.
Yeah. All right. So how many specialty points do you have?
Just 1.
Okay.
So he heals 1.
Yeah, I have one. I have one one rank in first aid and nursing.
Well, you managed to close up the wound and to apply a bandage and a poultice on it with whatever little herbs you had in the first aid kit, and he seems to have stabilized it at least.
And then I just sigh and just start praying, just like thank the Lord, and just in Vestron, I'm just praying, and over his wound, and I'm gonna cast a prayer of healing thing, my spell. Table of Grace. It's Hand of Mercy, I think it is, or Holy Man. In either case, it's a 3-minute prayer. Like just for 3 minutes, 3 straight minutes, I'm gonna be praying, and if I'm successful, he'll heal 3 points. Yes, and awesome. It's actually just submit that and submit that. Okay, yeah. So nothing happens the first
3 minutes.
Yep, the first 3 minutes. But I'm just for as long as as I've bandaged up the wounds, and then I've been like crouched over him and just been praying. And if Magne will let me continue, or if he's gonna interrupt me at any point, I'm just saying that I'm gonna continue to try.
I just want to point out, since you pointed out about mistake, that something weird just happened, and now you're chanting over him in a language I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Magne at this point have just kind of been slumping on one of the benches, downing an ale, trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
Okay, I'll make another attempt.
So while Mane is tending to the unconscious Uhtred on the floor, what do the rest of you guys do? Corbly, did you finish your shit? Yeah.
Yeah, it took 3 minutes.
Oh, God.
You come back into a room. There's like blood on the floor, and Uhtred is lying in it, and there's like some furniture that been shuffled around, and everybody looks quite shocked.
I asked someone by the door, what happened?
So there's some thralls that stand there kind of in shock, gossiping with each other and looking at the master. And they said, Master, the master, he got a demon in him, they say.
A demon?
His eyes turned black, they say. Didn't they? And she looked at one of the other young thrall girls that might have been there. Said, yes, I was there. I saw it. The eyes turned black, and Master Magne tried to kill him.
What? No, I'm just gonna.
No, wait, please wait. And I've finished by now. After 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, after 4 attempts.
12 minutes.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're sitting there.
But I've got a couple of successes here. So he's been healing an additional 6 points.
Okay. Yeah.
7 points on 12 minutes.
So. I want everybody to do a perception roll. It's a normal DC 10. Well, yeah, Corbly.
Can I use my eyes?
He's suddenly super perceptive.
Seriously, can I use my eyes? Is it an eye roll? Because
Yeah,
then
yeah, of course.
Why is it versus 0? What? I rolled on the thing.
I think you need to put in a number in it.
What? Okay. I'll put
Oh,
10.
it's a trait check. Then my bonus down to 5, I think. Situation and skill rolls.
And Loki, you're still rolling 1d10s.
What?
You should roll 1d20.
Oh, right. My bad. Yes, and I have 0, so...
I have failed us.
Oh, Pixie, you didn't even need that.
So you now understand everything.
Okay.
He just by a look can determine everything that happened within this room.
I got Sherlock.
So Loki and Corbly, Vic and Corbly, you guys kind of noticed that a shine kind of comes out from underneath the bandage as Magne is praying.
Underneath what?
No.
As I'm crouched over the prone body of Utrygg, and I'm just been, after bandaging up, I've been like sitting with my hands over the wounds and just like praying under my breath, whispering, and all of that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. What did
Yeah, you saw like underneath my arm, underneath my hands, like from where I was holding my hands over, there's like a small glimmer or something.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's what you notice. Magne doesn't notice anything. Definitely not. He's just crying into his beer. He got a fucking 20 on the roll, as you can see.
So Solvik would look at Magne and try to see how bad he's taking it.
And make it worse.
He seems very shook up about it, and he's drinking that ale and the next one quite quickly in succession.
Oh, so he's drinking himself to oblivion.
Yeah.
I wonder if he can do something with that.
Oh, where are the children?
They're all sleeping at this point, I guess.
Oh,
I think the thralls kept them away from the scene, and they were probably in one of the inner rooms when it happened.
Their daddy just killed someone.
He's very much alive.
How horrified does the uncle look?
How terrified?
How horrified? Like, is he really horrified, or is he just a bit shook up?
It shook him up. I mean, it's his nephew anyway. Or,
Okay.
yeah. Cousin's kid anyway.
He has several nephews.
Magne and Kraltian, they're not brothers, so they are cousins.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Okay,
I'm calling it a nephew anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it's called when it's a cousin's kid.
Well, it's a cousin.
Everything's a cousin.
They're just a second cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
second cousin.
They call themselves uncle and nephew because they grew up like that. They grew up like brothers, Magne and Kraltian. I have an answer for everything. So, what do you want to do?
Why are you forcing your brother to pay taxes to you?
That's just how the clan system works.
Okay.
Well,
Highly
my job
abusive
here is
family.
done. I did nothing.
So what does Vic want to do?
Well, I wonder, are there any cliffs near here?
You're in the middle of farmland. There happen to be any cliffs nearby.
Do a geography check.
Geography, I mean, I just looked at the farm, right?
Yeah, but maybe you didn't know so much about the...
Maybe there is a cliff.
I mean, I would expect, like, perception, not geography.
No.
Well, I mean, geography is
It
a
would
skill.
be land knowledge, geography, land knowledge.
Okay, let's do it.
Specifically for the Stormlands, remember?
Yeah, specifically for
any
the
of
storm.
that?
Come on, ask me. I'm from here.
I do have 5 in geography. That's my best skill. In,
Yeah, but is it for the Stormlands?
Or is it for the Westmark?
in general geography. I do have 7 in Viran land knowledge.
Ooh.
You have no idea.
You should ask me.
You think the country is quite flat here? It's quite flat and a lot of forest. So you don't think there's a cliff?
Are the beams in the long hall quite sturdy, and is there some rope nearby?
It's been there. I mean, one of Kraltian's ancestors made it, and it's been in their family for a long time, and it's very, very sturdy.
He's going to try an Assassin's Creed 3 him with the new hanging rope.
I'll just
jump
look
off a
around
beam.
the rope.
No one knows that spear is mine.
I mean, you could, if you want to console him or something, you can
He's going
invite
to
him
dig
for
a
a
pit
walk.
trap real quick.
Invite him for a walk or something.
You think I want to console him?
No, but you can pretend to.
He's going to whisper sweet nothings into his ear of, he's a demon, kill him. He doesn't deserve to live.
Sounds like that.
No, I'm just gonna keep an eye on Ulrich. That's his name.
Ulrich,
yeah. The uncle, Magne.
Magne, yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Magne, and I try to, depending on what he's doing, maybe follow him. But you'll tell me what he wants to do.
He's just sitting there with his beer, pretty much.
Well, I'll just sit close to him for now.
Okay, sure. Corbly and Bodgir, what are you guys doing?
I guess, I'm done here then, My job is done. I did nothing.
Right.
I guess, I don't know. I'll just head out to sleep. This is done.
All right, you just take.
I tried.
I mean, you're all gonna sleep in the longhouse,
And no one cares about it. Even hate him.
and Mane and some of the thralls are taking care of Utrygg and carrying him into the back chamber of the longhouse, his father's bed, to take care of him some more. And I guess he's not getting any fun times tonight. Huh?
Wait.
I'm basically just gonna pump them for information, the servants or something.
Okay.
Because they just said that he was a demon. Did you just go to bed? But why did he get stabbed? Is my big question at the moment.
Should I just lay in bed until I'm done sleeping?
Yeah, let's do that from now on. It's gonna make a very exciting stream. Everybody laying in the bed, and the mafia wakes up.
Oh no! And the werewolves?
All right. So, I mean, they tell you everything. They tell you what happened. That his eyes turned black, and Magne shouted that he's a demon and attacked him. They were struggling on the floor. Master Vig came and tried to help Magne kill the demon, and butted him with a spear. And he lost his grip of Magne's arm, and the force of Magnus pushing down pushed the dagger into his chest, pretty much. Yeah, but luckily Master Mane was there to save him, because as soon as Magne pushed the dagger into his chest, that made the demon leave his eyes, and his eyes turned back to normal.
Successful exorcism, boys.
I just want to point out that I've never cast this magic before. I'm not sure I would know that this is my craft.
Yeah.
I mean, make a Vintner roll.
Yeah, you can do that. You can make a Vintner roll if you want.
No, but everyone's convinced it's a demon.
But you have impeccable insight with your sight.
Yeah, my sight.
No, but you can roll a Vintner roll if you want to and see if you know what it is.
And then you can be like,
it should be 12. Yeah. What am I doing? I'll roll a 6, and I should have rolled under 12. There we go.
Okay, yeah. So you figure out that it must have been some kind of negation wrought from your own magic that you used, because it's just the opposite of your magic, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Cool.
that's just coincidence. Someone magically went blind.
So you go to bed. You can do something more if you want to.
I would actually want to go to Magne after I'm done looking over Uhtred and making sure that he's sleeping and not about to bleed out or anything else. Just checking on the bandages and everything. Just yep, he's stable. Then I'm gonna go back out to the rest of the longhouse and find Magne.
Right. So yeah, he's sitting there, and Sylvig is still sitting next to him. They don't seem to talk with each other, but they're just kind of silently drinking their ale.
Master Magne.
He looks up, and his eyes are kind of red, and he just looks at you.
Your nephew, he's all right now. He'll live. The knife wound wasn't as deep as I thought at first. He'll recover.
He just nods and say, "Thank you, Master Man. I'm happy you were here."
And, sir, if I may, when you saw his eyes go black, that wasn't a demon. He was screaming about not seeing anything. And I've seen this happen before. Where I'm from, there's a thing called drinking blindness. It's something that happens when you drink too much, and it can make you blind for just a moment or two, and then it goes back.
Roll a silver tongue.
Yep, I thought you would say as much.
Solveig would intercede and say, "What the fuck?" And Black Eyes too.
All right. So because Sylvig interceded, and you get a -2 on it, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you. That's very nice. Thank you.
Good work, Sylvig.
Thank you.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, he seems to take your word at it, and he said, "Okay, I see. It never happened here in the Stormlands, as far as I know."
No, it's very rare with your people. My people, we're not as strong in the drink as you people are, and so I've never seen it happen to a Stormland before, but I've seen it plenty of times where I come from.
He nods to himself and says he seemed to have been drinking quite a lot, and he looks at one of the thrall girls that have been attending him and says, "Hey, you girl, come over here." And she trips over to you guys and "Yes, master." And he says, "What kind of things did Master Uhtred drink this evening?" And she looks around and she says, "Oh, just the same ale as you guys." And as she says that, Magne is spitting out all of the beer in his mouth and he's throwing away the ale mug like this. "Psst. What? Throw it all away, straight away! Throw it away! It's bad!" And they all kind of look stressed and look around and say, okay. All of it?
Throw it out!
All of it? And say, "Yes, throw it away, it's bad, it's gonna make people sick." And they, okay, we throw it away, and all of the thralls leave the longhouse to go to the warehouse with all the ale barrels and stuff.
I shouldn't have gone to sleep.
My plan is working. I'm spreading some variety to these fallen lands. Next, I will convert them.
And a little bit later, you hear the ale barrels shuffle. It's the place where they store this is kind of it's connected with the longhouse. It's like a small shed outside, and you hear some liquid getting poured on the ground outside. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh no! I shouldn't have gone to sleep.
I should have just said, "No, I can take it. I'm immune."
Then I'll look at Solveig and I'll say, "So, my friend, I would like to speak with you for just a moment, please. If you would step out."
All right. Is this about the magic drink?
Please come with me.
Well, what's the problem, mate?
I'll explain. Just come with me, not here. I say that in Vestrona.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, he'll go then.
And outside, maybe steps away a bit from people, away from where they're tipping over the barrels.
Yeah, when you come outside, you get the smell of ale in your face, and then you see around the corner the thralls are just pouring out these barrels of ale. They already finished 2 of them.
Yeah, I'll take Solveig away from the thralls, so that nobody's around, and then I'll talk to Solveig in Vestra now.
All right.
So, what happened there? It was the sickness. You're right. The drinking blindness, that's a completely made-up disease, yes. But there was magic there. It wasn't a possession, but someone used magic to make Utryg's eyes go away. That's the only thing that happened. It wasn't a demon, but there was magic.
And so who would do that? I mean, it's like
I don't know. I didn't do it, and I don't know if anyone here would have done it.
Or maybe you can ask the other one.
You mean Corbly? I'll ask him. Maybe he did something. It's sometimes you see. Sometimes with magic, there's always a balance. There's always a cost that comes with all magic. When I make a fire in my hand, somewhere else a fire is snuffed out, or it gets very cold. And things like that. So there's always a balance. I very, very carefully explain that part. And so maybe Solveig was doing something, and that caused...
Corbly.
Maybe Corbly was doing something, and that cost Utrig his vision for a time. I'll go and ask Corbly about it right away, and I'll search out Corbly.
All right. So where are you, Corbly?
I am making myself scarce because I figured out way a long time ago now that if he sees my eyes at the moment, I'm gonna get the blame for this, even though it's not my fault. So I'm like, maybe I'll go on a late night stroll in the woods. That's always a good idea. I might.
As elves do.
Yeah, as elves do.
I mean,
these fey creatures just walking in the moonlight, glistening with their perfect glimmering skin and all that stuff. Because of course everyone knows that elves, they sparkle in the moonlight.
Yeah.
Yes, and have fangs.
And so do their eyes. Totally naturally.
Corbly, you went outside when you realized that it was probably your fault.
Yeah.
And you went on the back of the house, and you approached the beautiful copper oak in the back there, and you kind of feel drawn to it. So you decide to
Climb it.
Yeah, climb it, or you can sit on the back of it maybe and lean against it, just taking a rest or something. It's up to you.
I'll climb it, even though I'm really bad at it.
So
That's okay. I have magic for that too.
Oh yeah, you do.
What's the negation of stickiness?
Someone else loses their grip of something.
What?
Some greasy nerd somewhere
drop my
loses
shield,
his greasiness.
I'd have died.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So of course it really shouldn't be as bad as often for someone directly. It should the negation should be diluted over space. Like everyone if you cast the spell, some people in the city might start losing their grip on things, but it wouldn't be as bad as someone losing their grip on something completely and falling to their death. Not unless you have been I think the rule book says that the GM should be ruling it that the more someone uses magic, especially casting spell after spell after spell, that should localize the negations and make them more severe, or not worse, but normally the negation should be diluted, but the more magic you use, the closer in center the negation should be. That's at least what the rule book says, but Rekishi can just rule that however he wants because he's the GM.
Yeah, that's how it works. So if you use something more and more, it's gonna be more powerful negations. Yeah. And also for you guys that are wondering about negations for dim walkers, and there's no negations, but there is other consequences, like if you use your god's name in vain, so to say. And for example, use a gave to heal non-believers might not be always a good thing.
Yeah, that's
real awkward because most of us are non-believers of his religion. In fact, all of us. Not a single one of us.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if something happened where one of you were like, fuck Gave can fuck off, and I try to heal you after that, then Gave might punish me for trying to like something. But like the only thing that happens to dim walkers in that case is that they lose access to the magic for a time or permanently, depending on how severe.
Right.
Permanently is a time.
And I think it's more about the intention behind the magic, and like, of course, in Gave's eyes, every human should follow him and his children somehow, even if they don't believe right now. So we can figure it out. But like, if you use it in a bad way, it wouldn't be very good.
Yeah. Like if I was,
saving
using
someone
the magic essentially.
Committing a murder or something.
Yeah, or maybe I can't think of something right now, but like if I were to use some other magic, some other divine magic for cheating in some way or doing evil deeds, then that might make Agave look at me less favorably.
Right.
On something.
Right.
But that's all up to the GM to decide, because he's the GM. He is Gave. I pray to him, my lord.
I look down upon you. All right, cool. So you want to try to find Codley?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk around the farm and just like not exactly calling out, but just like looking around, see where he is. Like, looking in the houses. Is he in the outhouse? Nope, apparently not. Where
it's
is
quite
it?
smelly there. It kind of smells like Codley in the outhouse, though.
Okay, I'm gonna keep walking and keep looking.
I thought elves smelt nice.
Is Codley hiding?
Yeah, I think so.
So do hiding in shadows roll then.
Uh-oh.
You get a +5 since you're up in the tree.
Okay.
So 5.
Well, 6.
No, it's actually an 8. I have 3 instead.
Oh shit, son.
Oh my god.
You're not gonna succeed.
12, no.
Nope. So
You fool, the tree doesn't have any leaves.
Let's do a perception check, Magne, when you're at the copper tree to see if you find him.
Okay,
And,
perception. I'm just gonna roll then my.
He has to fail by at least 4.
No. Like perception check. That would just be like I add my value in perception, right, to D20.
No, like a basic check would be like a 10 plus minus your perception, right?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Perception. Oh, my perception is 0, so it would just be against 10 then.
But yeah.
He has to roll a 15 or you're found.
Submit. See what
Here we
happens.
go.
I've been rolling very closely to badly on a lot of places here.
You spend a few minutes looking around the farm, but you can't seem to find the Codley.
Okay. After a while, I probably give up and like we'll see him tomorrow on the way.
Right.
I'll go to bed.
How are you gonna hide those for a week, bud?
I'm gonna before I actually go to bed, I'm gonna check up on Utrig once more and just double check everything, make sure everything is okay, and then you know what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna go to the copper oak tree and I'm gonna pray there for an hour.
That's fine.
All right. And get some temporary points, I guess, huh?
Yes, or even not even just for the points, but like just to get, just to say thanks for granting his mercy upon this non-believer, and for granting him another chance at life and all of that stuff. I'm gonna go to the copper oak because oak is actually a holy tree for the tenants of Nid, so it's very special.
Because Gave was
nailed to an oak by the demon.
That's true.
God damn.
So that totally makes sense, Codley. So you can't say anything about that, huh?
Yeah, I can't say anything.
But you can roll to see if you get some temporary points, Magne.
Okay, sure.
Just drop a rock on it.
Like that should actually be 2 points because it's like for just 1 hour, or maybe I actually do like for how late in the evening is this? Like, is it super late? Is it really dark outside?
Like
or
it is quite dark, maybe, but it's maybe around 7 or something, 7, 8.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll probably take a long while to pray then, like maybe 3 hours or something, which multiplied by the thing. I'm just double checking the system.
How does it work? Do you need to roll, or do you just pray?
Yeah. I'm gonna double check that in a moment. Tenets of Nid. Scrolling down.
Like that this technically should count as a combat encounter.
I mean, you can do something if you want during
Just
this.
throw a rock at his head.
Hang on, what's my silver tongue now again? Can I pretend to be Gave?
Do you even know anything about it, though?
No, and that makes it even
Okay,
better.
so I have to succeed on a skill roll with the invoke, discipline, and the Gavlian specialty. So it's just a normal skill roll with
the name. Do you even know that it's gone? Or do you think he just worships some weird human religion?
But 1 minute.
All religions are demon religions to me.
Invoke Gavlian. Yeah, there.
Yeah,
and,
so do you even know anything about it?
Just double
I
checking
don't know
here.
anything.
And so the duration of the prayer for a 4-hour prayer.
4
so
hours now?
Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. It's a 3 divinity points, but since I'm praying at a large oak, it's doubled to 6 if I succeed.
Yeah, that's right.
But if I fail, nothing happens. Or at least nothing super horrible to happen. Crossing my fingers. No! That is actually, something horrible happens. Something horrible will happen. If I dramatically fail something like this, then that probably means that I'll lose access to my healing powers for some time. I'm not sure exactly how long.
I should have points on the boy. Won't be able to heal him anymore.
What really? I mean, it doesn't
Now
say
you must
anything.
feed him bad food.
As far as I can tell here, it doesn't say anything
Close as you can get to poison.
Critical.
I mean, there's like for invoking the gods, if you make a critical failure or something like this, invoking like this is technically not an invocation roll, but you might want to treat it like one.
Yeah. So is there like a failure table or something like that?
Yeah, there is on page 151. And I'll have to roll on a d10 with an open roll of 9 or 10 plus the cost of the effect. But this is, since I'm trying to gain 6 divinity points, then that might mean that I have to add 6 to the roll.
All right. That's
I think the cost would be 6.
So 1d10.
The more you were going to ask for, the difficulty.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think
that's exactly what I meant. So I'm just going to roll 1d20. This is fun.
Yeah. It's
horrible, but slash 1d10.
Let's see, you said it was 150.
And I'll plus 6. And since it's a open roll of 9, so I'll leave it at 10 right now and see. I'll add the 6 later. See here. Oh, it's a 9. I roll again.
Oh, great.
It's an 8. I do not roll again.
17 is pretty bad, though.
9, 17 plus 6. 17 plus 6, that's 3 and 3, 23. And 23 on the table. The Dimwalker loses touch with their spiritual power for 1d6 minutes. During this period, they cannot use divinity points. Okay, so nothing terrible happens. I'm just like, I feel the wrath of Gave upon me or something. Like, I feel like he was probably not happy with me doing this, maybe.
Yeah, because you're in like, lands not belonging to Gave, right?
Yeah.
And praying at an oak that is full of Vintner points, like a copper oak is a kind of a Vintner-infused tree.
Yeah.
So that kind of...
So that's an interesting point here. I just want to say, is it actually so that Gave hates Vintner, or is it just that the church of Gave, the tenets of Nid, have it as a policy to hunt Vintner weavers? Like, because there's a difference there. If it's an actual demand of the god, or if it's something the religion has just added on because that's what all religions do.
Right. I haven't really read all of that much about the tenets of Nid. I think maybe Gave, when he was on Trudvang, that he got hurt by some Vitner Weavers or something, and that's why they hate Vitner Weavers over there.
I've read some. What I know is that there was a lot of like pagan wild folk who were terrorizing the Westmark people. Like they were all terrorized. They lived in fear of the horrible wild folk for like hundreds and hundreds of years. And then Gave came, this god came, and he had many disciples around him. And one of the disciples then betrayed him, very much in a Judas of Jesus kind of deal, and betrayed him to the demons. And there are actual demons in Trudvang, not in Trudvang, but like in Trudvang's cosmological multidimensional world. There are demons, and so there was the great demon, like the great devil, who then took Gave and hammered him onto the oak and everything. But then Gave then died there, but his spirit lived on and is like, if you follow my tenets, you will not become a demon when you die. Because that's the whole thing of their religion, is that tenets to Nid believe that all humans are actually fallen angels. Like they are fallen holy souls who have fallen from grace, and their chance to redeem themselves in this life is what will allow them to either ascend to become angels once again and join Gave, or if they are not like directly devout, that if they're just ordinary people but not faithful, then their souls will not go to Gave, but nothing else horrible will happen to them. And if they do horrible things, if they are a bad person, their soul will be transformed into a demon and descend to hell.
Right.
And that's their fate, essentially. But there's nothing there at all about actually, like nothing in... I don't think, at least, that Gave would hate Vitner Weavers. It's just the church that hates Vitner Weavers because they need someone to blame for stuff.
Right.
I think this is the problem with like fantasy gods, is like the fact that the church can interpret something is kind of meaningless when God can actively judge you and like tell you their judgment.
It's still hard when, you know...
If he likes Vitner Weavers and all his priests are murdering Vitner Weavers constantly, he would not give them powers.
That's absolutely true, though. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a kind of a mixed thing, right? Like, Gave himself wants people to just use his power, right, and be with him, not use this kind of fake power that's Vitner. And it's kind of enforced by his followers then, right? So the fact that there's Vitner around in this tree, and also yourself, since you're a Vitner Weaver as well, does influence this, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But yeah, you lose. Let's do a d6 hours, you said, or minutes?
No, minutes, just minutes.
Okay.
It's a very mild thing here, so barely anything should really happen.
Right.
Other than that I feel like, this wasn't successful.
Right. So, Corbly, you're kind of looking down on Magne as he's praying, and you see that at one point during the prayer, he kind of falls unconscious.
I take my time and sneaks away.
All right. Yeah, you have 1d6 minutes to sneak away. So.
Well,
you definitely managed to do that. All right,
I think it's just shaken, you know.
Yeah. So do you go back into the longhouse to take a rest or what?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
All right. So like, Magne falls into a trance as he fails this roll, and. When he comes back out, I guess you continue your prayers, but you feel like you're just making up for your mistake at this point, instead of actually getting anything from your god.
Yeah.
You all go to sleep, and the next morning, you wake up. Funnily, there's no ale for the morning breaking of the fast, for some reason. All the ale is gone. And let's take a little break. I need some more coffee.
The rum gone?
I need some coffee, and this is a good time to take a break, I think. We've been playing for 1.5 hours already.
Oh.
So, yeah, let's take a few minutes break. Maybe 5-10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys later. Hi-yo. All right, let's see here. Just letting everybody use the toilet and stuff, getting some more coffee. Oh yeah, some people got their water. Ryan got his snacks and his milk or water. Is that ghost water, Ryan? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So it's like an American lemonade.
No, it's just lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
Stop calling this American, man. It's not lemon juice.
But if it's sugary and lemony, then it's a lemonade, an American lemonade.
But it's not fizzy.
No, but they aren't in America. A fizzy drink is something completely different from a lemonade, right?
Lemonade here is fizzy.
Mm-hmm. Here too, but in America it's like
I
the
don't know.
smell.
I haven't been to America.
Yeah.
I just bought it in a store. It's lemon juice. Like any other type of juice in the store.
It's stored juice.
You bought a Jew in a store? Can you buy people in the UK?
Questions have been asked.
I think I need a mirror. Because it's backwards, right? Wait, no. It's not backwards. It's a pizza bake thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a cracker, but it tastes like pizza. Weird.
Who
Yeah,
buys
actually
who
tastes
buys
like
these
pizza
things?
as well, which is weird.
It's weird. That's all I hear.
Yep, it is
It
weird.
tastes like pizza, but it's a cracker.
How does that work?
I know, it's
amazing.
weird.
Maybe somebody put pizza stuff on crackers.
But it's just cracker. There's no. It's just like flavoring.
Yeah, you can put artificial flavoring on anything.
Yeah.
But it's got. There's the cheesy. There's the pepperami.
Pepperoni?
Yeah, all of it artificial flavors.
Yeah. You can do anything with flavors and ethers and esters.
It's gonna that stuff is definitely gonna give you stomach cancer or something. Definitely.
Everything's gonna give you cancer, dude.
I had two friends who, for their high school graduation project, which is something everyone in Sweden has, they did bacon perfume. You can do anything with the flavors and esters and stuff.
Bacon perfume.
A bacon smelling perfume. It smelled like cooked bacon, sizzling bacon.
I wouldn't want to smell like cooked bacon.
No, no one wanted it. That's kind of the point. If it would be an attractive product, they wouldn't have done it.
Bacon smelling perfume. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we are back. Awesome. Everybody got some snacks? I need to start have snacks at home, man. I never have snacks at home. I'm always sitting here, not eating. Sad story. He's drinking coffee. And I'm still the fattest one of all of us. I don't really get how that
I actually
works.
weighed myself for the first time in a while.
Oh yeah? And
I am 61 kilos.
that's like my little toe. 61 kilos. I don't think I've been 61 kilos since I was like 5 years old.
That'd be a heavy 5-year-old, I'm not gonna lie.
No, maybe not 5. Maybe 10.
That might be a bit of an exaggeration.
You think?
Nah,
Maybe
that's
You're
legit.
pretty tall, Ryan, right?
Maybe 15.
No,
The
not.
thing is,
When I turned like 12 or 13, I grew to my current height of 186.
I only know height and imperial.
What did you say?
I only know height in Imperial, foot
Like
and inches.
6'1".
Damn. I'm just under 6, which is disappointing. So I can't say I'm 6 because I'm 5'11", but it's like 5'11.8.
Oh, sad story.
I'm so
6'3".
close. I'm so close.
Suck it.
So yeah, I grew tall very early, and I was very I was never fat at that point, but I was very like big.
Sure.
Yeah, and now I'm like the biggest I ever been, I think.
I would just like to point out, I don't think that the hypothetical watchers of our stream are here to hear us talk about our heights and weights and stuff. Maybe
Why
our
not?
characters, maybe some are interested in the niche numbers of our characters' weights and heights, but
Well, okay, we'll talk about. I'm playing a 6'7" or 2 meter tall, 200-pound, 91 kilos. He's a
Man.
big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Corble's just 1.5 meters. He's really, really short.
Oh man.
Really, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize he was so short.
He's really short.
the short, cute elf.
Right?
With a little mustache. It's hilarious.
What about Magne? How tall is Magne?
I don't remember exactly what I put him as, but some middle run, maybe slightly less than how tall some people are. Let me double check.
Slightly less than how tall some people are. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Maybe slightly less than average, you could say.
No, because if I can say something with more than the minimum amount of words, I will say it with those amounts of words or more.
Fair enough.
I've set him at 168 centimeters and 74 kilograms.
All right. So a thin, knowledgeable guy.
Yeah.
What about Solvik? How does Solvik look like?
Like 1 meter 73, which is fairly average, right? Oh, a bit.
It's like meow.
Is that like I kind of always imagine Solvik to look kind of like you do in real life.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Well, there is no reason that he would look like me, so I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. I don't think it's a very important part of the character.
I mean, I found an interesting character portrait that I'm running with.
Oh yeah, you did, and also Solvik had a portrait that we kind of looked at, right? And you were kind of blondish.
Yeah.
In that one.
Yeah, it has to be blonde. That's important.
I'm also blonde.
The
Well,
blonde.
that's because most people in the Stormlands are. So.
Well,
You
most
are
people
weird.
in Ejdland are not in the Stormlands.
Well,
Most people in
Ejdland,
Stormlands are actually dark-haired.
Well, it's a Swedish game, so everyone's blonde anyway.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Everyone's
That's the rules.
blonde, blue-eyed, and tall.
And handsome like me.
Oh wait! Oh no!
All right, so you guys wake up, and as Magne goes back into the longhouse to sleep, you see Corblis already sleeping in on one of the benches in there. I guess he must have gone around you somehow.
As I walk past, I'll just give him a small pat on the shoulder as I walk by, not to wake him or anything, but just pat, and then walk back to my own bench and go to sleep.
Right. You wake up in the morning. The thralls have been preparing food, and Otrig seems to be up on his feet again, which is quite surprising, considering last night's endeavor. But he seems to be doing quite well. He's a little bit pale, but he seems to be able to at least make himself to go to the longhouse table and sit down and eat some food that the thralls have been preparing. And he kind of is kind of quiet and kind of just looks at everybody. And Magne sits next to him, and they seem to be talking about something you can't really hear. And it seemed like Magne might be apologizing to him, and he was very boisterous and stuff when you first arrived, and now he's a totally different character. Like, he's quiet, and he's kind of just looking at everybody.
Good. Good that he learned something from this experience.
We turned this into positive things, guys.
He's
I'm
learned
not
about
saying
his
I'm not
mortality.
saying I'm not saying anything out loud. I'm just like eating my own food and getting ready.
I'm saying I'm still asleep.
All right.
I'm a sleepy boy.
He kind of at some point later in the breakfast, he kind of takes tone and says, "My friends, I'm sorry for what happened last night, and I hope we can keep this between us.
Of course.
I would very much appreciate it," he says, and kind of looks a little bit ashamed.
Consider it forgotten.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit relieved after hearing that, even though it was only Magne saying this. But he seemed relieved nonetheless. And nothing really happens after this. In the morning, you just eat your food. The thralls have once again prepared the wagon with everything. And you guys are ready to move out. Is there something you guys want to do in the morning?
Yeah, before we actually leave, I want to pull Corbly to the side.
Okay.
With him, like away from people.
Yeah, you bring your plates of food, and you sit down at a bench in the corner.
I mean, after the food, and actually, like when we're going out and stuff, I want to put Corbly away.
Okay. Well, yeah. As everybody
we're no use packing the cart either way.
Right.
Yeah.
So like everybody are helping out, and Bodgir and Sulvig are like preparing the horses and stuff, and you kind of just grabs Corbly's arm and pulls him outside, I guess.
Corbly, and I'm talking quietly to him so no one can hear. Corbly.
Yes, my friend.
Was that you last night? Did you
I
do
don't
something?
I don't know. It might have been me. I think it might have been me, but
it wasn't intentional.
No, of course not.
Okay, then it was. Did you do something?
I was not even in the longhouse.
No, of course not. But did you do something with your own eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it then. Yeah, the negation, the price that had to be paid.
The what?
The price that had to be paid. Do you remember?
Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah.
Don't you remember the first time you told me about the man who died?
Yeah.
You tried to bring something back, but then someone else had to die for it.
But does the negation happen every time?
Yes, the price always has to be paid, but when I do the thing that makes it so that I can speak other languages, people around me sometimes miss their words just a little bit. It's like spreading out it's like spreading out mead in too much water. Do you understand?
Oh, okay.
But sometimes it's a lot in just one place, which I think it was what happened there. But I do not blame you. I want you to know that, okay?
Yeah, I know.
I understand exactly what it is. It's hard to control sometimes. And,
yes.
So what can you do?
I can see better now.
That would be what it would do, yes.
I thought I had to do something, so I started experimenting with the Vikner. I had to do something for the journey, because last time when we were back in, what was the farm called?
Barefield or Jukashearth?
Barefield, not Jukashearth.
Yeah, we're on Jukashearth right now.
Yeah,
Barefield is Magnus farm. Yeah.
He asked me what I was doing in this group, and I couldn't answer him. Now I can do something.
Well, I can't do much either, really. I mean, I can heal, I can read, but I'm not much of a fighter either.
You at least have a bow.
I'm honestly not really that good with it, and I haven't even used it once. So I only practiced some.
Didn't you shoot the 2 fleeing bandits?
No, I threw
You
rocks
did.
at them.
You shot them. I remember clearly.
No, I did not shoot them. I did not have a bow at that time. I was throwing rocks,
I did.
maybe.
Oh,
did.
you shot them. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That was Solveig.
Yeah, and we missed them. They escaped.
Yeah, that I never know.
Yeah. I've been hearing more whispers lately.
From that dude, the Gave?
No, not from him actually. I was hoping to, but no. The demons, the magic. I've been hearing those types of whispers lately, and I think I could. Feels like I could move the earth underneath my feet if I wanted to.
That is strange. Maybe some demon is showing interest in us.
I hope not. The interests of demons are never good for the likes of men or elves.
Yeah, I was just thinking if that was maybe why the Vintner was misbehaving so, and and everyone said it was a demon.
Maybe.
When it comes to that sort of matter, I think everyone should trust their guts. And if they immediately thought it was a demon, maybe it actually was.
No, I know for sure that this case with what happened to Uhtred.
So I mean that he was manipulating the Witners.
Oh.
The fallbacks of the Witners.
Oh, yeah, that might have been it. That would explain some. Well, we better be careful then in the future, and not be so careless with what we do.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm happy we had this conversation. Where were you last night? I was
in the tree.
In the tree?
The copper oak.
I was. Did you see me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Embarrassing.
Oh well.
I didn't want anybody to see that.
Let's. Oh, it looks like they're finished packing. Let's.
Yeah, let's go.
So as Corbly and Amana are talking at the side, as Solveig and Bodgir were helping with preparing the horse and stuff, and the 2 kids, Geir and Atli, both came up to Solveig at this point and kind of made their cute little salute and said, "We're ready. What's our mission today, Master Solveig?"
Well, not get killed will be first.
Okay, and they put up one thumb. Not get killed. Okay.
All right. So since you're listening, not being stupid would be a second.
Not be stupid. That's for you, Atli. I'm the oldest one. I'm not the stupid one. You're the stupid one. You are the stupid one. You are the stupid one. And they start like fighting like cats.
Right. I would encourage them.
Okay, how do you encourage them?
So as soon as one seems to be on top of the other, I tell the one on the bottom, "Yeah, got him," and I give advice to like grab his throat and strangle him to reverse the grip and get on top. And I do that as long as I can. Until someone interrupt him or they tire.
Let's see.
Strangle your brother! Strangle him! Take the inheritance!
So let's see how they do, I guess.
Aim for the eyes! Grab the balls.
So the first one is Geir, and if
You are horrible.
remember, Geir is the younger one.
Well, if you're being practical
Dark
about it,
one.
the two brothers, they're the only people that can actually fight together without a big chance of really hurting the other one.
So
it's better to really fight.
Geir gets a perfect hit on Atli, the little
Nice.
one. He gets a perfect hit on the big one, and he managed to actually get a fist into his stomach that kind of pushes the air out of his lungs and makes him fall on his ass. And he starts crying. And Geir kind of looks like, oh, what happened? What did I do? You spurred the moment, kind of thing. And he kind of sits down and hugs his brother. I'm sorry. And he's like holding his stomach. Oh.
So remember that, boys, that what happened when you fight. Do you really want that to happen to you? Do you want that to happen to enemies?
They both look up at you and says, is that number 3?
Yeah, might be.
And they kind of just shuffle off. Good work there. And
Brutal parenting 101.
Magne sits up on his battle steed, and he turns to you, Solvig, and says, as soon as you guys are ready, he says.
All right. Okay, so Solvig would try to find everyone. If everyone is in sight, he would say, all right, boys, we're going.
All right.
Gather up.
So you make your way down further south. If you look on the map here, and the environment are more and more. It's getting flatter and flatter at this point, right? You were kind of up in a kind of little small hills and stuff up at around Barefield, a lot of forest, and here there's just small patches of forest. So you kind of like you go into the forest, and about 10-15 minutes later you come out on the other side. These kind of small patches, and between the forests are just flat plains pretty much, and most of it is just harvested grains and stuff like that, right? And there's some smaller and some bigger farms around. This seems to be the heartland of Ejdland, pretty much. This is where most of the food and stuff comes from. In the end of the day, almost like it's been planned that way, as you are about to have to decide to make camp, you come to a crossroad. And at this crossroad is what looks like a small tavern. It's almost like somebody planned this out to make it be here. It's exactly 1 day's trip away from Juka's Hearth. It looks like a quite nice little tavern. Not very well maintained, but not in a bad way either. All made of wood. It's pretty much a longhouse, but you can see there's some spaces like some barns for horses and stuff, and there's quite a lot of activity. You can see there's already some horses in the stable there, and there's a sign hanging over the entrance to the longhouse. So if you can somebody read rock?
I can. But I would like to point out that just for realism's sake, it might not always, the sign might not always just have a text. It should probably have some symbol that is obviously meant for being tavern. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah, there is a symbol as well. There's a text underneath, and on top of it is like a faded picture of what looks like some kind of medium-sized animal with a big tail. It might be a wolf or a fox or something like that. The colors are kind of faded, so you can't really see. But underneath it says the second fox.
The second fox.
Magne turns around to you. Yes, that's right. This is the second fox. I spent a lot of fun nights here. This is where people like to gather here. This tavern has been here for quite a while. Let's go and see if the tavern keeper is is ready to receive us. You can see kind of the road split up here in 4 ways. So one of them is to the north, that's where you came from. It's kind of a dirt road. And then the road that goes from the west to the east, this road looks really well maintained. It even has some stones set in the road, like people have fixed it with stones, and it even looks like people are preparing to actually to pave this road with stones. And then there's a road going to the south that looks very badly maintained. And there's a sign at the crossroad where all the roads meet each other. And there's a sign with arrows pointing in all directions.
Everywhere.
All 4 directions.
I'll make sure to read the
up,
sign.
down, left, and right.
Right.
Heaven, hell, and then.
I can't read blocks, so I would ask Magne to read the signs and tell us where we are.
Magne says, I can't really read so well.
He asked me.
Yeah.
Magne, not Magne.
Okay, Magne. Yeah. So what it says on the sign to the west, it says New Haven, Yxa, and Grim Village. The new road. The new road, it says as well.
I'll tell everyone that. I'll...
Right. And the south, it says Bronze Hills Village. And that's pretty much it. And it also says Grim Village and Grim Hills to the south. To the east, it says Middleborough, and nothing else.
I guess where are we going, bro?
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed to take the southern road, not the new road. So, and this one goes to past the Grim Hills, and that's what Magne was talking about.
All right, then. I guess we will stay up for the night and then go that way.
Yes.
So as you enter the courtyard of the tavern, it doesn't have a palisade or anything like that. It's just an open space. There's a little bit of trees around it and stuff. It looks quite nice. You can tell even closer now that the condition of the tavern is not very good. Some thralls come up and grab your horses and stuff, and invite you to go inside. Inside, it's pretty much like a normal longhouse, but there's more tables around and more places to sit in individual groups. There's like a little bar to the side, and behind the bar stands a woman. She looks a little bit grumpy, and she's very thin and tall, a Stormlander woman. No boobs, no ass. She kind of looks like a boy, very short hair, and her hair is blonde and her eyes are gray. She doesn't look very friendly.
But does she look like just a thin woman? Does she look like, I don't know, maybe she has a warrior stance? Maybe she...
No, she's just a thin woman. She has like a apron on. She looks like a farmer's daughter, pretty much. But with, it's kind of difficult to tell if she's a boy or a girl because of her non-existent body parts. But she's kind of just leaning on the bar disc, and she looks up at you guys when you arrive, and she says,
whether you know how women work. You do know that they have other secondary sexual features, right?
Not this one.
Okay.
She says, "Oh, welcome to the Second Fox," she says. "How can I help you, travelers?"
All right, thank you. Well, we are accompanying our good master Magne Bite here to the thing, as you know, and we would like to stay for the night.
When you mention the thing, she kind of looks even angrier than before. I said, "Oh yeah, everybody are going to the thing to have fun. Not me though. I'm staying here, I guess," she says.
Oh, you wanted to go and you couldn't?
My husband went there, but now somebody needs to stay behind and take care of the inn, I guess. He's over there, having fun with probably some other women and stuff.
I mean, it's not like you're gonna get much business anyway, right? I mean, everyone is there, so what's the point of keeping the tavern here?
Somebody can take it. Somebody can steal from it.
Well, yeah. Do you have many valuables? Couldn't you like take them with you? It's not like
Do you want a room or not?
Oh yeah, sure. I was just making conversation. Sorry.
How many rooms do you want to stay in the? Do you want to stay in the common room here, or we don't have many private rooms?
Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem. And I called Magne Bite. Hey, master. So, how do you like your accommodations?
Magne Bite says, "Hello, Grelod. You look happy as always," he says to the woman. "Oh, Master Magne, you are back, I guess," she says. "The same as always, I guess." And he says, yeah, of course. And please some beer for all of us. The road is quite dusty," he says. There's some other people in the tavern as well. Not many, maybe 2-3 people. They all just look like normal Stormlanders on farmers. You reckon they're probably on their way to the thing, and they are sitting in a corner just drinking their beers. You guys sit down on another table, and Grelod will come soon and bring some beer and food for you guys.
So, is there anyone else interesting in the tavern?
I am interesting.
Not really, honestly. It's just farmers, pretty much. Probably on their way to or from the thing. It seems quite quiet, actually.
Quite quiet.
And the beer is not very good. Does anybody of you have brewing?
Oh,
No.
Before Magne sips his beer, I tell him, "Hey, be a caution. That might be another batch of bad beer, you know."
Oh, but that was ale, right? It wasn't beer, he says.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe. Sorry, I'm not.
So he's kind of smelling it.
It's completely different.
Right.
Sorry.
If you have anything like care and brewing, you can roll that.
I mean, I have a high base in care. I'll give it a shot.
Go for it. No, I guess not. But the ale tastes kind of badly. It doesn't taste very good.
Bleh.
The food is kind of mediocre as well. What kind of food do you eat? What kind of stuff do you order?
What is that?
A vegetable stew.
All right, vegetable stew.
Yeah, vegetable stew. That's fine with me as well.
All right.
Just, I don't know. Probably some sort of chicken broth.
Chicken broth, sure. They have that.
It's a classic.
Classic
the one
chicken
that
broth.
Smells the less bad.
All right. Just trying to take a look.
Whichever that will be.
Yeah, I guess you get some chicken broth as well then.
All right, chicken it is.
And Man is also eating the chicken. I wanted to see if there's some like food.
Magne Bite
here.
is paying, right?
Huh?
Magne Bite is paying, right?
No. You got to pay for yourself. He's already paying you to care for him. So for the chicken, it's gonna cost you
1,000 gold pieces.
I guess 5 copper, and the vegetable is gonna be 3 copper.
3 copper.
Mm-hmm.
Right, now I'm poor.
Oh no. Some of my vast quantities of money.
All right.
I'm sorry, did you say how many copper for the vegetables? Sorry.
3 copper. If you can afford it.
I think so. I don't have a lot of money, but I think I can afford that.
And also you got the 100 silver to share. 25 each.
Have we already been given that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from Krautjan. for saving his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got 10 silver from the harvest each as well. And then you had a little bit from before.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Was Sola at Yuka's hut?
No. And Sola
Okay,
wasn't part of Yuka's hut. Sola is with you guys right now.
Oh,
Yeah, she's with us.
Yeah.
She's with the
She's
boys.
Magne's daughter.
I am completely stupid in the
I
head.
haven't really been using her so much, so I totally understand if you forgot about her. But yeah, Sola is sitting there with the brothers, just eating their chicken. The food is quite okay, but not very good either. It all kind of feels like it's not very. There's not much love behind it anymore. You know? The woman Grelod is just hanging out at the bar. And do you want to do anything specific here in the tavern?
It's a tavern in the middle of the roads, and
Can I try and? You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I was gonna talk about maybe getting discount, but it's only 5 copper. Doesn't matter. It's not worth it.
Right.
I want to act out a play because I have
A one-man play.
a one-man play
In the
doing
tavern?
Hamlet by myself.
Okay.
I guess I would look around for anything.
Oh, Shakespeare? What?
So Courtney, do you want to just start acting, or do you want to ask for permission or something first, or?
I don't think I want to ask for permission. I think I'm just gonna do it since everyone looks so sad and grim.
All right. So what do you say, and what's the play about?
Okay, it's not Hamlet. Just so you don't force me to act out Hamlet.
how do you get people's attention?
I think I'm gonna stand up on a chair and do like, huh, and then just start. Yeah, so people are like, huh, and then watch me, and I'm gonna start telling a darker story about giant spiders in the woods. I think.
All right. So
Since
you
there are kids here too.
the 3 farmers that's in here, they all look at you, kind of surprised.
Yeah.
And you're quite beautiful as well, right? Since you're an elf and everything.
That depends on your review, but sure.
Right. So what is the story about?
The story is about like two children getting lost in the woods, encountering a giant nest of spiders.
All right. Atli,
And, like a nest of giant spiders, not a giant nest of spiders.
right. Yeah. So Atli and Geir and Sola are all listening closely to the story. They haven't heard a good story in a while. So let's roll a acting.
Acting, yes. Nine. I have 8 in the skill.
It's under entertainment, right?
Entertainment, storytelling, acting, and playwright.
Right. Okay, so it wasn't a very bad story, but even the kids' attention kind of falls off after a little while. The farmers go back to their beer, and Grelod behind the bar is kind of giggling to herself a little bit, looking at you, trying to tell the story.
While he's making a fool of himself, I will be a smart boy, and I'll ask the owner of this fine establishment if they have any need of repairing any tools and such. Because that is my job.
Right.
I'm gonna get more work.
She says, yeah, we're always in need of repair if the price is right.
Well, how much do you need repaired? I'm only gonna stay here for a night after all, and I'll see what I can get done. And
maybe you can help us with the stove. It's been kind of bad for a while.
I don't know if I know.
It's made of metal. It's like a metal stove in the back.
Not because it's made of metals, but that you don't need to know how stoves work. You know,
Well, he knows hard materials, so at least he can repair like plates of it and stuff.
well, if it's bent, right, the stove doesn't work because of the fire or something doesn't have.
Well, it's not like it's a complicated mechanic marvel. It's just a fire in a hole.
The box,
Yeah.
put fire
It's
in
like
it.
the
Fire
game
the
mechanic.
bomb, I guess. Mm.
The game mechanic says
Food at the
he
top.
should be able to do it, so
Yeah.
just let him do it.
Right.
Yeah, I can give it a go.
All right.
Oh,
So how much would you charge for that?
I don't know how much I would charge. I haven't done this.
You're what's your level in hard materials?
I'm at level 2.
So you're a journeyman, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? So that's 50 copper for an hour.
50 copper for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's more than she makes in an hour if she charges 3 for a
So
meal.
let's see how many hours it takes for you to fix this.
Okay.
Let's do one. It takes you 3 hours to fix it, so you will get 150 copper.
I see. Should I actually roll to try and fix it?
Yeah. If you want the copper, you should roll, definitely.
Okay.
All right, cool, nice. So you go in the back. The kitchen is quite dirty. There's some thrall women back there cooking some pretty fat ones, and they kind of look up surprised when you guys come in. Like it's just the food, like the vegetables and stuff look kind of almost about to go bad, you know, and the meat is hanging there,
We just had the harvest. This should all be fresh.
stewing,
Cheap.
and there's like a little bit of a putrid smell back there, and the one of the stoves is definitely unfunctional. It's like has a hole in it. There's a lot of rust, and you probably need to remove and exchange some of these plates. And they show you to where there's a little workshop in the back, where there's like an anvil and a little forge, and you manage to make a new metal plate and make it fit properly to the stove, and they can definitely use it again. So she happily gives you 150 copper for this.
Hey.
That's 1 silver and 50 copper.
Yeah. Right.
Unless you want to carry around 100 copper pieces.
Right. So she takes her silver band around her arm and cuts a little piece of it, and then the copper one, she cuts a bigger piece of that and gives you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm happy to finally have a blacksmith around. You know, not many people come this way anymore because of the new road. Our establishment is kind of badly placed, she says to you. She kind of talks on about this, how she inherited this place from her father, and she kind of feels responsible for it, and she doesn't want to soil her father's memory, and she says that she feels stuck here. She just wants to get out of here, and the tavern is failing. She's kind of complaining to you while you're working, and you can't really get away from there, so she's just continuing, finally having somebody to complain to. And it kind of turns out that the way it was before, a few years ago, before the new road was there, everybody traveled on the old road, and as you can tell, like from Barefield to here, it's just 1 day's travel, like it's perfectly spaced. But on the old new road that way, like from west to east, it's like most people arrive at this place in the middle of the day now. So nobody really stays here anymore if they don't travel the old road.
Well, maybe it's time to move on, you know. As much, you know, this might not be right, you know.
And
I'm sure you've got lots of ideas, you know.
She says
Fine.
like that this is her family's heritage. Like this, her family's been living here for generations, and she doesn't know what to do next in that case, or if she could even leave here.
I don't know much about owning a tavern and an inn and that, but I mean, if change happens, you know, I move about all the time. It's nature of my work, but you know, I suppose you can't really do that with a tavern. but maybe you, I don't know, you could look into finding a new plot of land or something. I mean, you could probably, I mean, everyone enjoys, you know, having more land. I'm sure you could fetch a decent price for the land alone.
I actually think about it, and yeah, you give me a lot to think about, Master Bodyguard. We'll see when my husband comes back from the thing. We'll see what we can do about it.
And is this all?
Oh yeah, thank you, Master. It looks great. Finally, we can use it again. Here's the coin I promised you.
Thank you.
What about Sulvik?
Well, I would try to look for any valuables just for professional
practice.
I guess that in English, professional conscience. Is that something that exists?
You can use the skill called.
But I don't expect to find anything.
It's called finding and spotting in Shadow Arts.
Block. Alright. Nah. Well, if there's something to find, I guess I find it.
So where are you looking? In the main room of the tavern, or what?
Well, I would be looking quickly in the main room, and then if that's possible, I would like maybe go with ball gear and look innocent, and just take a look around inside the private zones.
Right. So in the back room where the kitchen is, I mean, you find some copper, I guess, some copper coins lying around.
Right.
There's like a pretty nice kitchen knife sitting in a piece of meat that looks well maintained compared to the rest.
Does that fetch a good price, or is it just like?
It's just a dagger.
There's a real nice, newly repaired oven.
Definitely. But like, you could take the copper pieces if you want to. It's maybe 10 pieces of copper.
That's a bit beneath my usual rate.
Well, you can take it if you want. Nobody will notice it. You found it under a piece of putrid meat, a slab of meat on the bench. Somebody forgot their.
Because I have nothing better to do.
Right, exactly. Do you guys want to drink something as well? Something more than these ales?
No, Mana's gonna keep to himself mostly. Not gonna do much.
It's poison, remember?
Right.
What?
You'll go blind.
Yeah.
Blind in the eyes.
So
I just want to say though, on that point about the Mana was trying to convince Magne that like it's just something that happens sometimes and it's very brief and it's like there's no real explanation and there's nothing really that can be done about it. But he's like, oh, it must be the ale that is poisonous. I'm like, no, that wasn't at all what was that. But like, fine, take whatever assumption you want.
Hey,
like,
it worked. Don't it?
yeah, like it worked. But it worked in a very unexpected way. Like,
fair enough. So as you go to sleep, the cost of sleeping here is 1 silver per person.
Oh,
per night.
Silver.
Yeah.
That's pretty expensive, but yeah, what choice do we have?
Right. So
see, now I can try and. This one is worth negotiating.
So she asks you all to pay the silver ahead of time, and then she shows you where you can sleep.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just like at U.S. Hearth on the benches around. There's a second room inside as well where you can sleep if you want to. It's kind of more like a sleeping hall.
To sleep on benches?
Yeah, that's how they sleep here. They don't have beds. Well, they do. It's beds and benches in one. It has a lot of furs and stuff, though. It's quite comfortable.
Yeah, like this isn't like a one of those high fantasy Dungeons and Dragons taverns where everyone has their own rooms. No, this is a very low fantasy setting where like the poverty level of this world is crazy.
Hey, don't blame high fantasy. That's just because those towns are big.
Yeah, and stuff like so. yeah, there's maybe one room or something like that. Like that's big for a tavern in this world and setting. Like a tavern is just one big house that has its essential function. That we'll let strangers sleep in here at night when they're traveling through.
Yeah, right. There's like two. There's the back room that's a little bit bigger with a lot of sleeping benches, and that's a place where nobody eats. And then in connection with these, there's like two separate small rooms, and one of those Magne sleeps in. Yeah, so you guys can sleep in the back there as well, or you can just sleep in the main room if you want to. It's up to you guys.
I'll take the main room.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, main room, not the putrid kitchen, please.
Oh no, it's not the same as the kitchen. It's just another room. Imagine there's like one main room, like the long hall, like this, and then on this side there's the kitchen, and then there is like the other hall here, and then some smaller halls here, some smaller rooms here.
I mean, you can change the screen, maybe draw on it, something.
I could.
No, hand gestures are better.
But yeah, am I able to try and negotiate the price down a little bit?
Yeah, try the trader one.
Could I assist with some silver tongue?
No.
Nope.
Trader, you can roll trader, and you can only negotiate the same price.
I am not a traitor.
Well, you didn't manage, but good work.
I'll just debate.
I didn't fail, at least.
Right.
Massively.
So she cuts off 1 silver, gives it to you, and you give it back for the room.
Right, pretty much. Well, you didn't pay anything, at least. You did earn half a silver, so that's nice. I mean, you all go to bed, and Magne and his kids are sleeping in one of the rooms by themselves. And there's breakfast and stuff when you wake up in the morning. It's not very exciting. It seems like the 3 farmers already left, and the woman Grelod, she kind of she doesn't even ask you guys if you slept well. She's kind of looking at you like, oh, here goes another paying customer, kind of like that.
Really nice.
She's really nice. She's a very friendly woman. She does talk with Magne Bite though, and just ask him. I hope the master slept well. We're trying to make sure the room was nice and ready for you when you arrived here. And please, if you see my husband at the thing, please tell him to hurry back home if you can.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Right.
She's really nice.
So she's saying this to Magne, and Magne's just agreeing to do this for her.
So what was this place called again?
The second fox.
The second fox.
Not the first fox, the second fox.
I'm really curious about where is the first one.
Maybe this was the second fox was spotted here. The second fox in his entire life.
And who was this lady?
Grelod is her name. And her she mentioned her husband's name when you were talking as well. And her husband's name is Skard. 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 Grelod and Skard, the happy couple from the second fox.
The happy couple.
Roger.
As you come outside in the courtyard, you notice that the sign has it was hung up with like 2 metal hooks, and one of the hooks had broken off, and he just now hangs with 1 metal hook, kind of swaying in the wind.
You wanna run in and fix that?
Don't have time.
Oh, can I look at it and see how long? If it's like a quick fix, or if I'd actually have to
if you
spend.
just exchange the hook, you can just fix it straight away.
I mean, I'll fix it if I could do it right now. But if it's gonna take it,
look in your pack and see if you have a metal piece that would fit.
oh, what would the
So you have a
ordinary sized craft kit?
So that's a 10. You need to roll under a 10 to see if you have.
Okay. Nope.
No.
Nope, you don't have anything
Shame.
that fits, I guess.
Poor sign.
Yeah, I guess she can fix it herself at some point. The horses are all been taken care of and groomed and stuff, and now you're ready to move again. And at this point, Magnus says, "So, did we agree on going the old road, or are we taking in the new road, or what do you guys reckon?"
Well, we have to take
old road.
the old road, otherwise we wouldn't make it in time, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
So it's not really a decision.
Well, we could come late, I guess. Would
You don't
miss
wanna
some
come
of the excitement, he says.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah. All right. So you start making your way down the old road, and it's the further south you come on this road, the less taken care of it is. It's in really bad shape, actually. There's like full of potholes and stuff, and the one driving the cart kind of needs to maneuver around many of these.
Has Noella been taking care of this road?
No. It's the jarls. The jarls should take care of the road, or the people living around the road should take care of it. So as you come further on the road, the country is still quite flat, but you can see kind of it kind of goes into hills again, and there's still just these patches of woods that you go into them, and like 15-20 minutes later you come out of them again. And you do see some farms. But on the north side of the road, the farm seems to be active, but the ones that you see on the south side of the road all seem pretty much abandoned. And you see all the crops and stuff are not harvested, or if they're even there.
Also recently abandoned. And
It looks wild. It just looks like it's been growing wild, pretty much.
okay, so there's no real crops.
Right. It's just wild crops, kind of. Like what would be left after people just leaving.
Yeah. Okay.
When we're going into this more spooky area, and like, I think that me and Corpley are in the wagon with the kids, right?
I'm actually gonna walk beside the wagon now.
All right.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. I'm like, I was gonna ask you to keep your eyes open. Hint,
Yeah.
hint. But I'll be mostly like conversing with the kids, and actually, I'm gonna be. I know it won't work that well, but I'm gonna be trying to teach the kids how to read and write.
Thought you were gonna say I'm gonna teach them Gavi.
That will come later.
They don't know what they're reading and writing right now.
Yes, copy that prayer. Yes, it's a prayer to Stormy.
No.
Of course.
That would be malicious and deceivious, and just that wouldn't be Gava's way. No.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You got to make sure you prod them with iron sticks first.
Yeah.
You guys can shut up, and I'm gonna teach them how. I'm gonna try to teach them some rock.
Okay.
How to read and write. I know that the younger one, Geir, gave me that book, which was like super adorable and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than me already.
Yeah, like it was like he had written something, like he had already some writing skills.
Right. Both of them have got some kind of education a little bit, but it seems like Geir is the smart one, right?
Then I'm gonna give them both the opportunity. I'm actually all three of them. I'm gonna include Sola and like show them how to write and like do stuff and use the book. No, maybe not, because that would be like a bit humiliating. Maybe so. No, I'm not gonna use the herb book, but I'm gonna be using. I have my own writing kit, which is like a big thing, so I'm gonna like have them use pieces of charcoal and just make the stuff. I'm just gonna be trying to teach the kids how to read and write a bit.
All right. So do a read and writing skill check then.
Okay. Reading and writing and going to school, knowing stuff that can be fun.
And cool.
Cool, yes. Read and write, rock.
Vrok.
Vroka. Rock. That should be this one, I think. Yeah, but these buttons don't align perfectly. It's bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only mine, I mean. They're a bit higher than they.
Yeah, but it adds up. So like
It does.
the most button at the far bottom, the learning insight, like that
Oh,
one,
yeah,
it
on
doesn't even
knowledge.
have a button like.
And wilderness, because there's so many.
Yeah, they're like
It's one above.
they're way shifted
Yeah,
over.
they didn't really fix that properly, huh?
I don't even know.
I mean, it's a minor complaint, but I'm gonna make a roll now. Please be a good roll. Fudge.
Yeah, they don't seem to learn
God,
much from.
you're only on a 10.
They don't seem to learn much from your attempts here, but they listen carefully. I mean, they know you and they respect you, and they don't want to make you angry. So they listen carefully and copy what you do, but they didn't seem to get it.
Oh well. Try again tomorrow.
Right. So you're gonna spend about 2 days on the road. You're gonna stay 2 nights in whatever place you can find. There's no taverns or anything as far as you can tell. You do go past some taverns, but they are totally abandoned and like they're just piles of rubbish at this point. The south side of the road, the road kind of follows along a ridge, and the south side of the road is just going into almost like a valley, and you can see all of these massive hills and small mountains dotting the landscape underneath you. And you have a really nice view out of it. And there's a big mist covering this whole area. Not where you are, but like far down, a few kilometers down, where you can see these kind of massive amount of hills just going along to the horizon.
Okay.
I want you guys to do a perception check -5.
You mean +5?
Yeah, for you.
Oh no. What happened, Vic?
Everything's beautiful.
Everything is awesome.
Maybe you see ghosts in the fog.
There is nothing magic.
Oh.
Nothing at all.
Versus -5.
No, okay, he didn't have the 10. He just put -5.
Right. So you all except Vig, of course, then you see in the mist very far away, you see something massive moving about. You're not really sure if you can trust your eyes or not, or if you actually saw this, but it seems like there's something massive that even is rising above the hills, like double the size of the hills, and you can get glimpses of its body. It's moving anyway. At first you thought it was just a mountain, another mountain, a big one, but then you realize it's actually moving very slowly though.
How far away is this?
Far away.
I mean,
Okay.
Because you're standing on a ridge. This road follows a ridge that's way above the hills, and the hills are starting like a few kilometers down behind some forest and stuff, and then the hills just continue forever, and it's far away, maybe 20-30 kilometers away. You don't really know, it's just very far, but you see this massive hulking shape moving about in the mist that is covering this whole area.
Then I make a monster lore check to like identify what this is, if it really is a moving thing.
Sure, -5.
Is it a giant cat?
Come on. My computer is lagging a bit. Sorry.
Yeah, my monster is 10.
Just take it slowly.
Can I apply my vision modifier to this roll?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so that would mean that the -5 modifier isn't due to the bad sight. It's more to do with the fact that it's such a rare thing. Maybe.
You ready? I'm gonna get this.
Where is
Damn
monster lore?
Close. Nearly. God.
Yeah, very close.
It was right on the tip of my tongue. That's a rabbit. That's it. It's a rabbit. Just a big one.
Why? Why?
you think it's a cricket, you mug? At least I know it's a rabbit.
No,
you got a 20.
It's a lotus swarm.
It's the demon.
Oh god, no! Holy fuck! Why did I tell you about the
Demon? Oh no!
Let's see.
We're all gonna die.
I'm gonna like kids, don't look, and I'm frantically trying to make the kids not look at it because it's bad.
So I roll a bad perception, but if Magne is trying to make the kid not look, then I will try to find out what they're not supposed to look at.
Yeah, you don't know what they're talking about. You don't know what they're looking at all.
you didn't see the rabbit of death.
Rabbit of death.
It's got big wanted teeth.
Can I?
No.
Can I roll? I have actually religion Stormlands. Could I see if this would be a suitable tribute?
What a giant in the distance.
That's okay. A giant has like equally weak heart.
Here's the thing: how would we even bring it with us? It has to be alive to be sacrificed. How would we capture it and drag it with us? I don't think the horses dragging the carriage are strong enough to drag a fucking mountain. So
You could just take a finger.
Let's actually see if Magne notices this as well.
I'm gonna roll a 20.
So let's just take a look. Magne Bite and perception, and it's under a 5.
No!
Oh, he's really good at this.
God damn.
I mean, he knows the area probably.
Yeah, let's say that.
It's his brother.
And yeah, Magne is noticing this as well. He points and says, "What is that? That's massive. I've never seen anything like that before."
Oh, we thought you would know.
Let's see if he knows. Yeah, let's see if he knows.
The nose knows.
And since it's he got a
Oh, does it have a big nose? Can we see the nose?
It's a gnome. Does he have anything in that skill anyway? I might, because he's like a. I didn't give them all the skills that they should have, because it would take too much time.
Yeah, of course. That's the pain of the system.
But I mean, as a head of the farm, maybe as not and as old.
Oh,
as
actually, he does
maybe.
have some skill in it. He does have some skill in it. So let's. And since he got a perfect perception roll, I'm gonna give him a little bit of bonus. So he actually. He says.
He sees the big nose.
He says, "Is that a giant? I heard of these giants. Maybe
I thought they were dead.
I heard. Since this is a mountain, that might be a Fyrtustir. I never thought I would see one in real life. The mountain giants.
Let the kids see too.
Yeah, the kids are looking, but they don't seem to be noticing anything. I can't see it. I can't see it, Father. Where is it?
You have weak eyes.
And they say, just look at that pointy mountain right there, just to the left of it. Look carefully, you can see it. And Sulvig and the kids all seem to see it at this point, when he points it out for you guys. So do you want to try it as well, Sulvig, to do a monster lore?
No, sure. It's not like I'm gonna succeed, but...
Hey, it's a 5% chance.
Is it?
Mana is cowering in the carriage, slowly rocking because he saw that thing, or a big, hulking, shadowy, mountain-like figure in one of his dreams about demons. So he's like...
If you want, you can roll another monster lore to see if you know about the Firthurstirs.
Okay, just a same roll? Or?
Normal roll this time. Normal monster lore.
I do.
Oh, okay, you have 10 in monster lore. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I have 10 in monster lore. I am very knowledgeable.
Okay, so let me read from the book here. So it's said that the Firthurstirs are mean, grumpy, and easily provoked. They live almost exclusively on the slopes and mountain cliffs of Jarngard, but are said to be able to endure the cold almost as well as the Hirmtustirs. There are many stories about the Firthurstirs in both Midland and the Stormlands, and almost all tell of Firthurstirs that seek their way down from the mountain to lay waste to and plunder the villages and settlements of men. They're usually living alone, but they can sometimes gather trolls and other such creatures to their sides to do their bidding. Some even gather small armies in their gigantic halls of stones in the mountains and lead them into battle against easily conquered lands. In the Great Chronicles of the Armies, which concerns the size and gatherings of armies during the time when the Witchmaster was at the height of his power, one can read about the Firthurstirs and their awesome might. It is written, among other things, that the Firthustir Guhagdeviz single-handedly tore down the northern wall of Manjord during one of his many clashes during the Great War. He was then slain by the war maiden Alva Rihon, and it is both said and sung that she let a sword be crafted for one of the ribs of the Firthustir. Another story about Alva and the Firthustir says that the giant has such much gold in his belly that he covered the throne of Manjord with it. So it's well known that the Firthustir, as many of their other giant cousins, all have bellies full of gold. And this is something quite well known, or well believed.
I don't have any gold.
So they believe that a common thought here in the Stormlands is that the Firthurstirs, they eat stone since they can't eat normal food, and that's how they get the gold in their belly.
Guys, we can be late.
We can be late.
I turn towards Magne and say, let's make haste for the thing, and maybe we can tell them about this and warn them that...
What? Warn? We can be heroes. This. Full of gold.
Bodyguard, are you seriously suggesting that we try to fight that thing?
No. I'm suggesting we kill it. And take its belly of gold.
Can do it.
and like Mana is doing this, like...
It'd be a great story no matter the outcome.
Yeah, I think it can be done.
No, it wouldn't be a good story no matter the
This is
outcome.
once in a lifetime.
We would be dead.
I thought they were dead. We saw a skull. I assumed that
If we
were
try
gone.
to fight it...
We can make another skull. And hang out in there.
No,
Well,
absolutely not.
What are the chances of us eating it?
Do you want
Well, it's
some
not
stats
bad.
about it?
Slim.
So if
Out
the
of
story
character,
we
Slim.
found before.
Let me give you some stats about it. So it sometimes uses like clubs and stuff, one-hand weapons,
Of course.
One hit of it does 4d10 OR 7 to 10 plus 8 damage. 4d10.
Okay.
And
So, an
OR is
example
7 to
roll for
10
that.
plus 8.
Open roll
7 to 10.
7 plus 8. A 32. It wouldn't even kill me in one hit.
No, that's without the open rolls.
Yeah.
Open
no,
rolls and only 7.
Well, it
2
didn't.
d10s more.
How do I make it do? I think I have to put
It
in
needs to
brackets.
be more
right?
than 7. Like,
Yeah, I'll just do it like that. Yeah. Well, more than 6 that way, right? I'll put 7.
Yeah.
No. See, that's being for successes.
You also need the exclamation point. But yeah, let's just add that together.
Oh, Jesus!
and so
No, here's the thing. No,
That
no. You're written it wrong again. You've written it as whenever the rolling thing is less than 7, it will re-roll. You have to turn it around.
But still.
it
We'll get
can
it right
one-shot you pretty much easily.
There you go.
It can
Then
easily
it can only
one-shot
one-shot
somebody.
us if it can reach us.
Yeah. Evasion. This is where
Evasion comes in, definitely. Because I don't think you can block this. Well, you can, but then
The
your
rules
weapon
say
is
passive
fucked.
passive protection from shields. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but it also says that like monsters' weapons and stuff provides massive minuses to try to dodge or block it because you're trying to block a mountain shoved against you with your sword and
Also,
your
even
arm.
if it does block it, it only blocks it for like the amount of damage, like with a shield, for what it would hit you, right?
Yeah.
And like the shield will be totally broken, right?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the damage will go into you.
So that's
then-
2 free rounds. That's okay. I can kill it.
And it has like 382 HP.
That's only like 10 of me.
Yeah.
That's
and
not
also,
even that much.
like as mentioned, they might have like trolls and stuff that do their bidding as well.
Yeah.
What?
So add
They don't
meat
need
on
trolls.
top of that.
That's okay. It's just 1 point to copy Death Hand.
Hey, we can go say hi. They speak with trolls.
Oh yeah, you can speak with it.
We can make friends and bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is more of a roll.
Plus 8.
Yeah, plus 8, so 48 points of damage in one hit. Boom.
Yeah, you probably don't want to fight these guys, just saying.
God, that's only just killing me.
Okay, so I want you to roll. You're gonna spend 3 days on the road. And you're gonna make camp 3 times. Oh damn. Okay. Please don't roll more damage now. And I want you to roll three times on the random encounter.
So 3 dice
times.
on the random encounter. That's a D12, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll 1.
I will not roll 1. I will not be responsible for encountering that thing.
One day, we were safe.
And Pixie.
Hey!
Great. I'm just gonna go and take myself some water real quick.
We're actually gonna finish in a second because it's past 4. So you spend 3 days on the road without any incident. During this whole time, you can see this massive shape moving about in the hills.
Scary boy.
On the south, and like I said, you kind of sleep. You find some abandoned houses and farmsteads and taverns on the road that you sleep in. It's quite safe, but it's just there's nothing there, nothing to find or anything. And the quality of the road gets even worse for each day that that passes. There's like nobody on this road anymore, it seems. The few farmers you see on the north side of the road all all avoid you guys as soon as you come up on the road. They just disappear.
I think we're bandits or something. How dare they?
And you arrive the third day in the evening, almost like it's planned out like this. You arrive to once again another tavern on the road, a roadside inn. This one though actually seems to have some activity around it, and quite surprisingly, the house itself, it's made of stone.
Gasp.
And it actually has 2 floors, which is extremely rare in this area.
No, I can't go up there. I'm scared of heights.
Actually, let me change the place we're at. I'm just gonna make sure that it's ready for us. And also don't look on the stream.
Oh yeah.
I would never.
Yeah.
Be such
I have it open somewhere.
It said I can't access the stream.
There we go. There we go. Now I can move you here because now it's empty. Now you can look on the stream if you want to, because I removed the stuff. Oh. So this is what you come to. So yeah, you come from the east here, right? And there's actually a wall around the whole compound. A quite newly made wall, it seems, or at least newly maintained. It's a quite nice place, but it looks like to be in total disrepair. There's actually windows in this building, like actually with glass in them, which is even more rare, right? But most of them are broken. There's only one window that you can see on the bottom floor, on the right side of the entrance, that is still whole. The rest of them are all like boarded up. And
nearly fancy boy.
And there is these shutters, that wooden shutters that you can close around them and stuff. There's a courtyard with a well, and you can see there's also actual doors to close at the entrance in the palisade. And you come to one of these here in the south, and you see there's like a little stone path down to the entrance of the tavern. On the right side on the tavern, there's like spaces for the horses and stuff. There's a big barn door, and there's also a double door leading into what looks like the tavern. There's a big guy standing outside. He looks very fat.
It's my question.
Huh?
Is it a human guy?
Yeah, it's a human. He looks like a Stormlander.
Yeah.
But he's quite fat, and he has kind of like dirt blonde hair as well. And as he sees you guys, he grabs his club and looks to be at attention. You also see a small lookout tower on the west side of the compound, and you see some activity up there. There might be 1 or 2 people up in the lookout tower as well, and they all seem to be looking down at you now with their bows ready. They have some bows, and they kind of get ready to attack you guys if you're making some trouble. Other than that, there's not much activity. There is some female thralls moving about. There's a little bit of a place to make some vegetables and stuff on the east side of the compound. Then you see some thralls over there that are moving around, just taking care of the vegetables and stuff. The cart kind of fits just about through the gate, and you make your way down to the courtyard in front of the house. And as you come closer, you see that Magne, his face kind of lights up a little bit, and he kind of raises his hand to the fat man, and he says, "Oh, cousin Soti, this is where you're at." And he kind of turns to Sulvig and says, "Oh, this is my cousin, Soti the Pine, we call him. He was very thin when he was young." We spend quite a lot of time together, having fun, if you know what I mean.
Well,
I like that everyone we meet in this world is related to this dude for some reason.
I was gonna say the exact same thing because
In this area,
They know
most of the
this is his
families are
land.
related. You're not too far away from his lands, and
it's like 4 days, so it's nothing.
well, let's go meet him then.
actually you're on date. Okay. Oh, cousin, he says, and he moves forward, and his fat is kind of wiggling a little bit, and he leans his two-handed club against the wall, and he embraces his cousin Magne as he jumps down from the horse. I never imagined to see you again. I haven't seen you in 15 years, he says. Welcome to the stately snail, he says. The stately snail. And you can actually see a sign hanging at the door of it says the stately snail, if you can read rock. And on top of it is also a kind of caricature of a it's like a snail with a snail thing, and it has like a frock. Like a black and white frock. And it says also, as a quote underneath, it says, for the more affluent traveler, it says in like cursive rock underneath. It's like, but it's all very faded, of course.
okay.
So am I the only one who here can't read?
Not rock, not rock.
So
But I can read
does
a-
only Mana know what it says?
Yeah, if he doesn't tell you guys.
I'll like yeah. It says like yeah.
Oh yeah, the snail has a frock and a top hat, by the way.
My God.
Aren't you basically a beginner in rock either way? So wouldn't you be reading it aloud for yourself?
I mean, I'm quite fluent in writing and stuff overall,
Yeah.
but like specific, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying, a frock and a top hat. Like, what kind of that type of fashion doesn't exist in this world? I don't understand.
The guy, the fat Soti. His name is Soti. He says, "Are you all planning to stay here for the night?"
How much
Yeah,
is it
sure.
going to cost us?
Oh, I don't know. You have to ask the master about that. He says.
Ah.
I'm just the guard, he says. I'm just here to make sure you're all safe. He kind of looks over around and to see if he can see any thralls, and he sees one of the women moving around with he's carrying like a bucket of water, and she says, whatever her name is, come here. Her name is Ingorm, come here. Ingorm, come here and help the travelers. Take care of their horses. And the woman kind of leaves the bucket of water on the ground and moves over to you guys, and some other women can come as well and take care of the horse. You kind of realize that you haven't seen any male thralls here. So they bring the horses into the like you're standing now in front of the main door. There's like a double door, quite nicely made, but very in bad repair. And if you look to the right, the part of the farm or of the house is like stable. So they bring the horse in there, and there's also a second floor to that, which has like a hay loft on it, as you can, kind of imagine. And Magne asked Soti, how did you end up here? And he says something about traveling the lands, and now on his when he's a little bit older and more tired, he needed something comfortable to do, and he said this was quite comfortable until recently. He said this work.
Until recently.
Yes, Master. I'm sorry. what was your name?
Solvik Goldquist.
Oh, Master Sola. Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
yes. Oh, nice to meet you. He says, my name is Soti. Soti. Recently, there's been an increase of activity around here. We of course we've been in bad times ever since they made a new road. We haven't seen many travelers for the last 5 years, but the last 1 year it's been increasingly activity of bandits in this area, and they often come here to demand food and time with the girls without paying, and that's why we hired some more people to protect us here, and we constructed this lookout tower here and repaired the wall to try to keep them away.
Did you say them?
Them?
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Them.
Them.
It's a personal pronoun.
Oh, okay, right. It's not the name of something.
No. He says, they call themselves the Nob gang. I don't know where they come from. Suddenly they were just here. And they come maybe once a week or something and just grabs whatever they want. We managed to keep them somewhat away now with the new hires and stuff, but we can't really pay these guys to stay here anymore. We don't have no people come here anymore. He says.
Well, maybe you, like the inn on the tavern on the other side of the road, should consider setting up shop somewhere else. Times are changing.
Yeah, but what can we do? We need to follow the masters. The master decides kind of thing. He says.
I mean, you can leave though, can't you?
Yeah, but he's still paying me, so.
Suppose.
And he's my good friend. You know, I've been here for 10 years.
That's a long time.
I don't want to just leave them hanging. I'm sorry. I need to look through your things to make sure you don't bring anything dangerous inside. I hope you don't mind.
Like what?
Like your weapons. I would like you to leave them outside here.
I mean, didn't you just say there's been an increase in bandit activity?
Exactly. That's why we can't let anybody in here. Even traveling with my cousin here, it's the rule of the tavern. If you wanna rent a room here or come inside, you need to leave your weapons outside here.
Okay, so it's not like you're looking for anything magical or.
Magical?
Well, you said that you would search us, so I was guessing that you would search for something specific, or it's just tell us to leave our weapons at the door.
Yes. I just want to make sure you leave your weapons.
Okay.
Is there even magic? Never seen that.
Who knows?
He comes from a foreign land. He speaks weird words.
So he shows you to there's like a place to put your weapons and stuff at the side of the door. And he says, "Don't worry about them. I'll take care of them. You get them back as soon as you leave."
Fine. I'll leave my things.
Does my
Leave my dagger.
So
count as
does any
weapon?
of you want to try to hide some of your weapons or anything like that?
I mean, can I pass off my hammer as my blacksmithing hammer?
You can't bring any of that kind of stuff in there.
But I don't want to leave it. It's special to me.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it. I promise you. You can come out here and say hi to it anytime you want, he says.
Well, it's just, you may be friends with other people here, but I've never met you before.
Well, if you want to stay here, these are the rules. It's the same for everyone. Even my cousin needs to leave his weapons. And I know how much he loves his sword, he says.
So he's going to be leaving his sword unattended.
Does Solvik want to hide any weapons on his person?
Well, I'm pretty sure they have weapon inside if I need one.
But if you want to have like a dagger that is hidden or anything like that, you either need to have like a secret compartment in your clothes or your backpack, or you need to have like camouflage it some way,
Yeah, I can't do that, so I guess I'll just...
I don't have any of that, so...
Do you have camouflage, like in Shadow Arts? What do you call it?
I don't think he's good enough to do it constantly.
I have 7
Like,
and I haven't done some
I
camouflage.
wouldn't risk it.
Like camouflage and hiding. You can try that one if you want to hide a dagger or something.
Well, I don't really want to try it just for a dagger.
Okay, well, then you from now on you don't have any weapons.
Right.
Any of you.
Oh no. How about my shields? They're not weapons,
They
right?
just leave all of it there. Weapons and
God.
shields. You can wear your armor still if you want to.
It's part of my
I
identity.
don't.
See, they can still protect themselves. Without... I'm defenseless.
Just be my mate shield and I will protect you too.
No, you won't. You'll let me die.
Yeah, I will.
Then Mana will have to pick me up. Yeah, I guess I'll leave all my stuff there begrudgingly.
All right. I'm going to hide. Let's see here. I'm gonna because I want you to kind of have a chance to explore inside. So I'm gonna enable Fog of War, and I'm going to.
Isn't that something for next time? Weren't we ending?
Yes, we are. We are ending. You can't see anything now, right?
No, we can't see anything.
No. I mean, Group 1 have a different one from us now anyway, so...
No, actually, you don't. I had to make it the same again.
Oh, but I saw 2.
Yeah, but I removed the other one. I didn't remove it because else I have to do this every time, like double, every time I make something.
Yeah, but aren't you going to have to undo this for them?
Yeah, but that's easier than making a whole new thing for each.
But then you're going to have to redo this
It's not difficult.
for next time, so why are you doing it anyway?
It's not difficult.
Well,
Okay.
well, looks like you're going to finally have your opportunity to take the sword.
Yes.
But are you actually going to do it?
The problem is, if I take it, then where do I hide it?
I know, it's a big sword.
I mean, we're gonna travel with
Under the cart. Under the cart. I have some.
I don't want to say anything.
I don't do that.
Oh,
Because the thing is,
I moved stuff.
you did move stuff. It'll be very, very difficult. Because the thing is, he's going to know it's gone. So then it's like he's going to search for it. And it's a prized possession. So he'll keep looking for it until he finds it. You have to fake a bandit raid and they steal it. But then we have to go kill fake bandits. You need an
just
actual
blame his
bandit.
cousin.
Well, I thought the suicide idea was quite good, but I didn't have the opportunity to carry it through.
Can you see the room now?
We can see
Something.
the stuff in the room.
Yeah, I don't know
on top
why.
of, like-
Yeah, I don't know why it did that because it's supposed to have everything on top of stuff.
On the room.
Oh yeah, we see.
You can see the top of the building as the floor.
Let's do this. Let's click on that one and bring you to the back.
Hey,
Yeah, yay.
there's a floor.
So that's now you can see the room, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
this is clever.
It took a long time to build this, so
I
hope
can
it's fucking
imagine.
clever. And let's also put in some people in here because we have. Okay, I need to zoom in a little bit. I can't fucking see these people. I added like all the people up in the corner so I could put them in when I need them. And we need. This is this the guy? Oh,
Now
yeah, this
these
is it.
guys will have lots of stuff to repair.
And let's take one.
Yeah, like a wall. Hard materials.
So you don't have your
Lots of weapons. I mean, I can do soft materials. I'm just not as good at it.
Oh yeah, the fat man is already there.
I'm
That's
better
awesome.
at hard stuff.
And we need to go to the
I'm a 14 versus a 12. What was that one funny? Numbers. I understand the other ones. Like, but the numbers. I'm gonna
I'm
make
not
so
laughing at you.
much
I
money.
promise. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation.
Well, yeah, obviously. No,
No,
I'm automatically ashamed
no,
of laughing.
don't-
Like, what mug? I'm gonna make so much money.
Okay, so you see the fat guy here, right? And there's a little server girl, and there's a man in the corner. Okay, so when you come inside, it's very dirty in there. And there's
Can't zoom in.
You can zoom in.
Yeah, I said I gotta.
Oh yeah.
Zooming in.
And there's quite a lot of like dirty dishes and stuff lying on the bar on the left, and behind the bar is a door, and next to the door is like a staircase that seems to be going up to the second floor. Let's reveal some more areas here. Here's like a staircase. Here's like a door. Let's also make it a little bit less. Maybe like this. We can see something outside. Yeah, that's fine. I can see something here.
We're gonna need your magic eyes. Because there's only one reason you would ever limit what you could see.
All right. So there is a quite good-looking girl behind the bar. That's trying to clean desperately a little bit and trying to remove some of the dirty dishes and stuff. In the corner, you see an old man like sleeping on the bench, and there's like spilled beer and old food and dirty dishes and stuff around. It doesn't seem like anybody has been cleaning up after him, and he's just like he's just lying on in the pile of crap here, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
As you enter, the girl behind the bar kind of looks up and surprised, like, "Oh, guests, welcome to the stately snail. Would you like a room or?" And I guess Magne moves forward and says, "I would like like a room for myself." Yeah, Magne. A room for myself and my children, and my hird here. They can sleep in the common room, I'm sure. And they kind of negotiate the price a little bit, and it's the same price as in the other place, like 1 silver per person.
I need to make a silver.
You guys can negotiate with her if you want.
I'll give it a shot.
Traders.
Maybe this time I'll have better luck.
I'll try to. No.
Oh my god.
You're great at this.
1. She pushes a hard bargain.
All right. I wanted to let it go a little bit further, but I think we need to finish now if I'm going to set up the next stream.
Mm-hmm.
But you come to the stately snail anyway, and let's see what happens next time. All right, so good work. We managed to actually get somewhere today.
I need to make some money, boys.
Always take a look at the RP sheet convictions paper that we talked about last time, and kind of think about how you did today by yourself, just for yourself, and then in the future we will use it to give some points and stuff. Just to don't forget about it. And awesome that we could all get together again. I hope you enjoyed today, even though we didn't fight today either with anything, but some stuff happened at least.
We did have one round.
But no, people don't want to fight the giant. I could one shot.
And also no random encounter, so that's pretty good.
That was...
So yeah, thank you guys, and thank you for watching. We had quite a lot of viewers today, actually. There were like, at some point, there were 6 people viewing at the same time. It might have been all of you, plus 1 more or something. But it's awesome. Happy to have you. I hope you enjoyed. Please come and join us on Discord if you want to join. We have some games coming up with one with Magne as the GM here, and another guy in the group 1 that will GM another thing. And they might need some more people in there, perhaps, maybe. So there's still time to sign up and make a character and join. And just hang out with us. It's quite a lot of fun. If you want to know more about the game or anything, just come to Discord and we can talk about it, or look at the different links I have below. And yeah, thank you. Bye.
Namaste.
Be